following is a presentation of the 6HL powered by Sports Gamer and the 6HL media team.
And would you look at that? I even got the video right tonight. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday night in the 6HL. We got some great hockey for you lined up. I am your host, as always, TJ Chalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. The first matchup we have tonight will be the Vegas Golden Knights and the LA Kings at 10 o'clock. Then at 10:45, it'll be the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks. Now, with me tonight, back again for another week and another round. It is everybody's favorite. And, a guy that I call a buddy. Love to play with this guy. You all love him. Here he is, Busted Dimes. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on? King of Truculence, back at it again for another night of hockey
truck
in the 6HL.
No truck.
Hey, gold truck all the way, baby.
No truck. No truck. I need no truck to do what I do out there. Here we are. And look, I even got your name right in there. So you're not somebody
we're
different.
going places. You know, the sky's the limit.
Dude, I was all over it today, and I got home with a short amount of time, so it's been nothing but stress since I got in. So a couple good matchups here tonight. The first one, I think the one that we need to talk about first is Vegas and LA. They'll be our 10 o'clock matchup. We'll have a goalie stream for ourselves, but regardless, this is that seventh spot. It's a battle right now. These guys are within 1 point of each other. These are two important games for both of these teams. Either team can take both, right? That really gives them a sweet position going into the last 2 days of the week.
Yeah, you know what? I couldn't have said it better myself. Just taking a look at the standings of these two teams, they're both tied with the 56 points on the season. And they're just neck and neck right now. I am on the Los Angeles Kings, so I'm hoping for a 2-0 against Vegas.
Yep.
I think we're just underperforming. I think we definitely have the pieces to do better than what we're doing. But hey, it is what it is, and we're slowly coming back. But again, just kind of taking a look at the two teams that we got going on for the first game, Los Angeles and Vegas. They're really, really close in standings. They're really, really close in points. They're tied, obviously. I mean, when you look at these two teams on paper, they look pretty similar. But like when you watch these guys on the ice, it almost makes me think that maybe it's not the team per se, but maybe the schedule difficulty. Maybe they were just having problems with who they were facing in crucial moments.
Yeah, just updated that. I realized that I didn't put up the new. See, it's always something, guys. It's always something. There we go. The standings are updated. Yeah. Either team taking two. Like I said, even after last night, right? They're both so they're tied right now, both with 56 points, right? So tonight, right? If one team can take both, that's 4 points, and with 2 nights left, only 8 points left on the board, right? That could be a big swing.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to need this. They're going to need the 2 wins tonight, and then when I play tomorrow, they're going to need another 2 wins. But
yes,
to kind of make some room here, they really do need those points on the season. As far as Minnesota's kind of, I think it's safe to say, eliminated at this point.
Yeah.
But it just, as far as Los Angeles and Vegas, I mean, this is the battle that we talked about last week, the battle for the 7th spot, and we knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was going to be these two teams, but hey, I mean, they're only 4 points shy of Edmonton.
Yep.
And then you figure 6 points off of Nashville. So again, it's still anyone's ball game for the 7th spot.
Yeah, exactly. And with our second game, the Nashville Predators at the Vancouver Canucks. Looking at it right now, looking at the 3 nights that we have left, the St. Louis Blues with 87 points, 10 points ahead of the Vancouver Canucks. It's pretty well a safe bet that they got the West locked up. Vancouver seems pretty chill, 9 points up over Colorado in that number 2 spot, so they don't really have too much to worry about. It's Nashville here. Nashville wants to try and move up a little bit because they're only 2 points behind Arizona right now, but 2 points behind them is the Edmonton Oilers. So these tonight are 2 big games for the Nashville Predators as well.
Yeah, so when you take a look again at these two teams, for Vancouver, this is, for them, it doesn't matter. The outcome of this game is not going to matter for the rest of their season. but it will matter for Nashville. If Nashville can secure 2 wins in this matchup tonight, I mean, again, we know this Vancouver team, but if they can secure the 2 wins tonight, that's going to cement them and even push back Los Angeles. Wow, I can't talk today. Los Angeles chances, and then also Vegas. It'll give Nashville some breathing room. But again, this game tonight has nothing to do with Vancouver. Vancouver can lose tonight, and really, it's no big deal to them.
Yeah.
But if Nashville can pull out the wins, that's going to make a whole lot of a difference in that conference, because Nashville is so close, even with that 8th seed having 56 points and them sitting at 62. They're not that far off. That's only a couple nights. So again, we're gonna need to see some wins from Nashville. Nashville needs to win one tonight. They can't go 0-2.
No.
If they want to go anywhere in the playoffs, they need to get at least one tonight and kind of push themselves up so they don't have to worry about the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. And with Edmonton right on your heels, you have to get at least one. So definitely a couple of big games, right? Lots of playoff hopes. Not so much hopes. Definitely in our first game, but just some implications here with both of these games tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Just waiting for the boys to get ready. It's been a great week. Here we are. So far, only the one night. Got some great hockey last night. Final week of the season. You're finally getting ice time. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great to be actually to go out there and try to lead my boys to victory back there at the right D position. Again, in Los Angeles, we've had some changes that happen and some roster movements, and I was drafted kind of late, so I didn't expect any play time. So it's actually good to be able to go out there and hopefully get some dubs for tomorrow. Yeah,
exactly. Like, try and contribute before the boys, head into the playoff. Like, again, hopefully head into the playoffs. They got to.
Hey, maybe you'll cover me tomorrow and you can see how truculence really works. I'll show you how it works in game.
I'll make sure.
That shouts out to Colorado. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming with truculence. Stop
boy,
me.
Here we go.
Stop me.
Busta making promises.
Hey, stop me. I'm coming in there with truculence.
It'll be interesting to see what lineup they put out against you guys. We'll have to definitely come in and check in on that game at some point tomorrow night. But again, so here we are. It's the last week. It's been one hell of a season, man.
Yeah, it definitely has been. Again, coming in from the middle of the season and kind of seeing where you guys were at, and then seeing where we're at now again. And we kind of covered this last night at the end of the show. There is so many Cinderella stories. There are so many people writing their own story.
Yeah.
I keep saying this, and I just want an answer. What is the fairy tale ending?
Yeah.
Who is going to be able to finish their Cinderella story? Will it be New Jersey? Will it be Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Does Los Angeles come out from the 8th seed spot and end up taking the cup? Like, whose Cinderella story is going to come to fruition? That's what I want to know. I'm dying to know.
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely there's some options out there. Like I said, jumped on the wagon last night. The Philadelphia Flyers. These guys have just the way that they've turned it around has been absolutely unreal. It's been a lot of fun to see, and some great hockey. New Jersey kind of been the other side of the coin there, right? They were just absolutely pumping. Ended off the last week with a couple losses, took a couple, lost the one in overtime, so they still got a point last night, which has kept them tied with Philadelphia. But they need to turn it back on. Right?
Yeah.
Making the playoffs isn't the issue, right? It's just you want to turn it on before the playoffs start.
Yeah, so if you look at the other conference and where Philadelphia sits, the top 7 teams, they've pretty much already cemented themselves.
Yeah.
They're pretty much good. It's all about who are you going to face? Who are you going to knock down a peg so that you don't have to face them? That's really what it comes down to. We've seen a team like New Jersey come in number 1 in the power rankings, now drop down to tied for 4th place with 64 points. And then Philadelphia taking the number 3 spot, Buffalo Sabres taking 2, and then Tampa Bay sitting at 1. And Tampa Bay's been sitting at 1 for quite some time.
Yeah.
As far as the standings list. And again, we kind of knew that this was going to happen. There was going to be a lot of movements in the upper top of the conference. But again, for Philadelphia and New Jersey and just these teams over, even Boston, to change the narrative on their season, to be able to turn it around and, actually, show these guys, hey, we're not out of the woods yet. We're not out of this. We're going to come and play. It's just a great thing to see, and it's a great thing for the league.
It is. It is. When you see a guy step up to the plate to take it on like that, especially in the last week, like, of course, they're a good team, right? So, it's obviously a little bit easier to do, but, when a guy steps up to, to take over a team so we don't see a team, like, kind of fold in that last week, that's big and good on him. Again, our thanks to Torv on that one for sure.
Yeah, it's funny when you start to get, I don't even want to say like the bottom of the standings, but once you start getting to the end of the season, and no matter what league you're in, you see a lot of these guys start to fall off. You see a lot of locker room tension that has been around start to unfold. And hey, I've been a part of one management team we didn't fold into, but again, we did have some issues.
Yeah.
And again, that more comes when your team isn't doing the best, isn't doing what it should be doing. And and for teams to be able to save their season and kind of just like, hey, let's just ride it out, let's just finish the season. Again, it takes not just the management team on that part, it takes everyone's got to show up, everyone's got to play games, because like I said, we've seen multiple teams this season fold management, and then new management be brought up, and then players got to step up to the plate and play for this new management team, and it's always something new. Like I said, we've seen multiple teams do it. New Jersey, I believe Minnesota was part of that list. And then I forgot, I can't recall which was the last one. I can't remember. I know you said Torv. I think it was Colorado.
Yeah,
Colorado, which I was actually very surprised by, because Colorado is a good team. I wouldn't expect that from a team that's 30-20, but hey, to his their own. It's just great to see that people are able to step up and fill these roles when we absolutely need them to step up.
Exactly, and that's big. You know what? Actually, I'm going to ask you a question. We can see the boys. We got about 20 seconds before they jump into the game here. So really quickly, I got one more question for you, buddy.
What's up?
So you're going to own next season, and you're going to remain a part of the media team.
Yes.
Can you be objective?
Can I be objective? What do you mean by that?
Can you be objective and not look at another team in your conference that might be a couple points ahead of you and be like, oh, these guys are bums, right? Like,
oh man, hey, no. So next season, like I said, people that have talked to me, I am looking to own next season. I kind of got a little management group going ahead, but again,
nice.
I know what my place is, and I can separate business from work, right?
Damn
so this is work. When I'm on the ice, it's business. All right.
Right.
So I can separate the two.
Very good. That's exactly what we want to hear. And yeah, like that's the whole thing, right? It's just about remaining objective as much as you can, right? I try not to.
But if you cover me and I'm not playing that night, I'm gonna come in here and be like, yeah, my Blackhawks are gonna win 2-0 every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Even if we're gonna lose and we're 2-0 every time.
And here we go, game one about to get underway. We got ourselves a goalie stream here. Beeps in net for the Vegas Golden Knights. Face-off win right off the bat for LA. LA pressuring right off the top here. Here's Coffee. Get that pass over. Shot on. That was tipped, and a big stop by Beeps. So LA coming out with a little bit of pressure here early in the first.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna need it. LA's gonna need to put the pressure on Vegas. I think the Vegas D is just gonna have to just accept that Los Angeles ain't playing any games. They need out of that spot, and they need out of it now.
Indeed they do. Oh, big hit there. Been able to get that off that silent soldier. That's knocked off the stick. Gatto send it over to Optimal. Optimal to Kaprizov. Kaprizov getting it over to Ranty. Ranty with a little bit of room now. Oh, not sure where that pass was supposed to go. Definitely not where he wanted it to. Good. Oh, good rub out there by Optimal. Here's Soldier now. Soldier trying to get it out front. Big shot on, and another big stop by Beeps. Wow. Good action going both ways here so far. 15-50.
LA is definitely putting a lot of pressure on Vegas right now, though.
That they are. LA wants this. Here's Optimal. Optimal tries to get that pass over to Ranty. That will go down deep into the zone. Here's LA back now. The other way. Ebol with it. Ooh, tried to get that over, but that gets picked off. Here's Gatto with it now. Gatto getting it over to Simply. That gets broken up, and now it's LA back the other way. Soldier with it. We'll get that up to Frosty. Frosty holding it, gets that knocked off him, and here's Supply coming back the other way. Over to Gatto, shot, scores!
Wow, what a beautiful setup and what a beautiful activation of CQ to just bury that right into the net on Sonoda.
Yeah, Sloppy getting in there. What beautiful, beautiful pass over to Gatto.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I actually do that same move in Hut all the time. You just slide across the goalie and you pull it in, you slide it in on that left side of the net. And usually it on Hut that works all the time.
Well, I'm sure it does. 1-0 here for Vegas. 12:46 remaining in the first period. If Vegas wanted to get out to a quick start, they certainly have here. Here's Kaprizov now. He's got a little bit of room, loses the puck. Sloppy able to pick it up, gets a shot on. Sonoda having to make a big save there, and we'll get an offensive zone faceoff here for Vegas. Vegas seems to have turned the tables.
Yeah, Vegas was looking for some cheese on that play. They were looking to just bury that right there, right in front of the net, and it's not going to work on Sonoda.
No, it's not. They're going to have to try a little bit better than that. Sloppy Ply, shot on. Oh, he gets absolutely rocked. Here's Clint with the puck now. Clint will pass that up to Soldier. Soldier with it along the boards. He'll get that down low. That one back up to the point to Clint. Clint gets absolutely rocked there by Optimal. He's knocked off the puck. Now Vegas with it. Here's Ranty. Ranting it, getting over to Sloppy. Sloppy still with it. Shot, pass and shot, scores. Giving it right back to Gatto. 2-0 Vegas.
We have another activation of CQ from Gatto just to bury that beautiful puck right inside the net there on Sonoda.
Yeah, close quarters, so dangerous. So dangerous. And here we go. 2-0 now for Vegas. Here's Gatto. Out front. Sloppy with that shot, scores. It's 3-0.
Another activation of CQ on Sonoda. Just right now, we're just seeing just CQ is just dominating this game right now.
It absolutely is. LA taking a timeout here.
Yeah, they definitely need it. They're just, again, I think they're playing good fundamental hockey. I mean, I'm being a little biased, I think, maybe because I'm on their team, but they're playing fundamental hockey. It's just, unfortunately, it's just that CQ. That CQ just keeps burying pucks, and Sonoda's just having a hard time just coming around to it.
No, for sure. But the puck movement from Vegas is stellar. Like, you can't ignore what these guys are capable of doing. And it's been a lot of fun to watch so far. Here we go. 3-0 for Vegas here in the first period. 8 minutes remaining. Shot on, big stop there by Beeps. Here they come again. Sloppy Ply with it now. Oh, Kaprizov gets that one on. Sonoda making a big save. Oh, some hits after the whistle.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little rowdy back there. They're definitely not used to being down 3-0 in that first period.
Think we're going to see anybody
need to turn this around real quick.
Think we're going to see anybody drop the mitts? Here we go.
I think it's too late in the season for that.
Maybe.
Too crucial of a game to be dropping mitts for a penalty like that.
You can get yourself a little bit of momentum sometimes. That is the name of the game.
That good old ice tilt, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Clint with it now. Getting that over to Soldier. Soldier with it. He'll send it down low. Pass out front. That gets picked off. Kaprizov getting it up to Sloppy Ply. Sloppy Ply with it. Oh, pass over and scores. Kaprizov this time. And it's 4-0 Vegas.
Yeah, I believe at this point each one of the wingers has got a goal on Vegas tonight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're doing one heck of a job over here at the forward position. They're just catching them off guard.
That they are, and they're making Beep's job pretty easy here. We haven't seen him getting too much action. First couple transitions of the game, it was all LA, but Vegas slowly taking over here. 3:40 remaining in the first period. Good pick off there. Here comes Optimal now. Optimal getting it to Gatto. Gatto with the pass over to Sloppy, and it's 5-0 Vegas. First period. Oh boy, oh boy.
And this is just something. They're just having a rough time stopping this Vegas forward line, man. And obviously Vegas came to play tonight, and they're not playing any games, leading 5-0 in the first period.
Yes, that's oh boy. Iwitz in here asking about the Nashville game. Yes, Nashville will be covering game number 2. Prosy getting absolutely hammered there. Here comes Vegas now. Sloppy Ply with it. He'll get it down low to Gatto. Gatto out front to Kaprizov. LA now back the other way. Here's Soldier. Soldier trying to send it back up to the point. That gets picked off. Shot on and another big stop. Looks like Beep's got a bit of the glove on that one. Soldier with it. Tries to get it up to the point. That one hits a leg and will go all the way back into their zone. 5 seconds here. One last rush. Here's Soldier. He'll get bumped off the puck, and that's it for the first period. Oh, buddy, this is not at all what I expected.
Yeah, this is definitely not the game that we thought we would see from these two goalies. Starting with Los Angeles, we have Snowden that's in net, sitting with a record of 15-13, with a 79.28 save percentage, saving 421 saves so far. Popping over to Las Vegas. Las Vegas in net has Beeps. Beeps has actually only played 8 games on the season with a record of 4-3 with a save percentage of 72, who has a drastic difference in saves from Snowda, only at 88. Snowda's just having just a hard time tonight again, and I don't blame goalies. It's a team effort, and I think maybe the defense is just kind of falling apart. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Vegas is having a great time, and they're having a easy time just getting the puck around, and I think LA coming into the second period is just gonna have to stop that cycle, and they're gonna have to play just way tighter defense than what we got going on.
Absolutely. They got to change something here to try and get back into this game. They still got time, but if LA's going to do it, they got to do it quickly here. Pimon in the chat, first time chat. What point are you guys at in the season? This is the last week of the regular season. Oh, shot on and a big save. We're going into playoffs next week. In terms of combine, no, we do have scouting discords. So before the season, before season 14 starts, everybody gets a chance to try out for teams and get them seen. There you go. There's the Discord link. Join today. If you play on Xbox, always happy to have new players. Second period here, 18:20 remaining. 5-0 for Vegas. All chance there for Sloppy Ply. Kaprizov gets that one up to the point to Optimal. Optimal moving it down low. Kaprizov with it now. He gets it up to the point to Optimal. Optimal over to Sloppy Ply. Gets it to Gatto. That shot gets blocked. Hall and Oates now over to Clint. Clint back to Hall. Big hit there at the blue line. Ebo with it now. Pass over. Oh my God. He just couldn't get the shot off. That was Silent Soldier there. And he couldn't get the shot off. Here's Gatto now with a little bit of room.
Woo!
Oh, shot by Optimal. Big save there. Oh, yeah.
What a move.
Yeah, that was dirty. Here we go now. Only thing that would have made it better, is a goal.
Oh, by far.
Here's Gatto now. Gatto still holding on to the puck. Gets that to Ranty. Ranty back to Gatto. Shot and scores. 6-0.
My Lord. A CQ activation again by Gatto with just a beautiful shot. What a beautiful hattie from Gatto.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that puts him at 23 goals on the season.
That might be a little highlight there. That pass from Ranty. Right back down to him in the slot. Just so silky. And 6-0 for Vegas now. 12:35 remaining here. Second period of play. LA needs to get something going, and they need to get something going quick.
Yeah, they needed something going about 3 minutes ago. But again, at this point, they got to take what they can. They need to turn it around this period. They need some momentum.
Taking their time. Here's Ranty now. Ranty will get it down low. Will come out front. Ooh. Looking for that pass, but that one didn't hit anybody. Ranty able to get the puck back. He'll get that down to... big pass. Nope. Oh, buddy. This play, these guys are just... Sloppy is looking absolutely crazy right now. Gatto looking absolutely crazy right now. Clint with the puck. Sends that up to Soldier. Soldier gets knocked off the puck. Ends up picking it back up. Gatto able to pick it up back in the defensive end. Again, right? Great positioning by these guys. There's Gatto with it.
They're just having a great, they're just having their way with this whole game. Everything that they're doing is working for them.
That they are. They're picking off passes left and right. Sloppy with a shot on. Save there. Big game here, as we talked about earlier.
Yeah, this is going to be a big series tonight. And again, with the way that this game is going, I mean, no one could have predicted this.
No, absolutely
5
not.
goals in the first period. And I mean, I'm just glad that LA was able to put a stop to that just momentous, run that Vegas had in that first period.
Absolutely, it's been tough, and hopefully they're able to get things going fully here. Here's Gatto now getting it to Kaprizov. Kaprizov's shot gets blocked. Silent Soldier now with it the other way. That one gets knocked loose. Now Vegas with it, and they'll turn it back. Optimal holding the puck. Tried to get that over to Soldier or Sloppy. Sorry, that one gets picked off. Here's Sloppy with it now. Moving out front. Oh, tries to get that over to Kaprizov, and a great move there by Clint to block, to knock that off. Otherwise,
that was a great
7.
That was a great defensive play. If they not shut that down, that was an easy goalie pull, and then just dunked it right in.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shot and
there
scores.
You go.
And Procy,
there we go.
Finally getting LA on the board. It's 6-1.
Someone must have said the word shutout over there on Vegas, because we're on the board with 1 for Los Angeles.
Yeah. Good little, looks like a quick little backhand activation here.
Snowda coming out with it. I'm the Kirk Cousins of the 6HL.
Oh. I'm a Vikings fan. You have no idea how much that hurts. Anyway, here we go. That one will go down for ice. 1:26 remaining here in the second period.
You guys are Vikings fans. I'm a Bears fan. But you know
Snowda.
what, though? I'm okay with the Vikings.
That's why I like
it's just
Snowda
the
so
Packers. It's just the Packers.
Yeah, I fucking hate the Packers. Sorry, pardon my language, but I hate the Packers. And if you're a Packers fan, well,
I'm sorry.
Good for you, but yeah.
Have fun with Jordan Love next season.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Gatto. Gatto will get it up the boards. Ranty with it now. Shot from Soldier, tipped by Gatto, and it's 7-1.
Oh, man. Just what a game from Vegas tonight. What a game from all of these forwards. And I believe that's number 4 for Gatto tonight.
Yeah.
Making this, I believe, 7-1 here in the second period.
Yeah. Absolutely lighting it up as Gatto tonight. I'm sorry, Snowda.
Yeah, it's just it's
not
not
now. Shot from Kaprizov. That one gets stopped by Snowda. Big save there, buddy. Well
then. That was a period.
Man,
this has been a game.
It continues.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say really quickly, it just seems like the defense there for LA just has no answer.
Yeah, again, it's rough over there. Just watching it unfold. Again, I think it's a lot of credit to the Vegas forwards for being able to set the amount of plays that they have.
Yeah.
Just doing what they do. With the score going like this into the third, I just want to point out too that again they are tied in points. So even if Los Angeles drops game 1, if they can win game 2, they're still going to stay tied with these guys.
Yeah.
So I mean. This is just crazy. But here's my thing.
Yeah.
If Vegas can come out in period 1 and score 5, what stops Los Angeles from scoring 6 in the third period?
And that's exactly it. You never know what's going to happen. Tuesday night, 6HL hockey. Third period. Vegas up 7-1 over LA right now. Here's Optimal. Gets that over to Kaprizov. Big shot and a big stop by Snowda. He'll hold on to that. So Vegas getting another offensive zone face-off here. Man, oh man. Got to be feeling pretty good back there if you're Beeps.
Yeah, has Beeps seen the puck?
Not too much. Not too much. We got that to Ebel. Soldier with it now up the boards. Tries to get it down to Ebel, but that one gets picked off. Here's Gatto now. Shot and looks at stop for Snowda. I think that was Sloppy that got the shot there.
Yeah, something like that. I think Beeps forgot he was playing for a minute, and we didn't see him move his controller. Then all of a sudden, the camera popped over.
Yeah. Yeah. And here we go. Sloppy with it. Gets that to Gatto. Gatto to Optimal. Back to Sloppy. Backhand shot. Stop there for Snowda. The continued pressure here. Is anybody going to drop the gloves? Come on, Clint. Come on. No. I thought we were going to see Clint drop the gloves.
No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe in game 2, if this game goes the same way it did in game 1 into game 2, then I think you'll see some mitts drop in game 2.
Oh, maybe. Here's Hall & Oates now. Gets that up to Prosy. Prosy has that taken off him by Ranty. Again, great defensive job here. Big shot and scores. Sloppy getting his third of the game. So 2 of them with Hatties now.
Yeah, this is just an absolute, I hate to say it, but a blowout game from Vegas. Definitely not the game that we thought we were going to see tonight. But again, the Vegas forwards came in and decided, hey, we're not playing games. Yeah. Let's get some goals.
You know, we already saw one Hattie earlier. How were there any hats left in that stadium?
Yeah, that is kind of odd.
You know, it's like we're playing a video
like a
game or something.
EA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. EA, figure your shit out. Here we go. Optimal.
People must have brought a spare hat.
Yeah, exactly. 15 minutes. They knew what was coming. There's Prosy. Prosy has it knocked off his stick. Some good bumping going on there in the neutral zone. Neither team able to get anything going either way there for a second. Oh, big hit there. Gatto shot scores. Number 5 of the game.
Gatto lighting it up tonight with number 5 on the game. I mean, this is just an absolute destroying of LA.
Yeah.
Are they going to get the 10? Are we going to see a double-digit game?
You just might. Oh, no. And
we have a back out.
And it looks like LA is taking the mercy. Wow. Have not had one of those on a stream this season. That's unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate thing from LA. It was just it's hard. It's hard to see. He said, "You're welcome." It was hard to see a thing. Just here's the thing: is LA was playing as hard as they could, but again, it was just those Vegas forwards that were just lighting them up, just getting plays. We've seen multiple spinoramas. We've seen multiple CQ activations. Like, I think this just goes to show you that again in this league, it doesn't matter what team you are. It doesn't matter your record. You can perform. And you're never out until you're out. And what a showing by Vegas tonight with 9 goals, 9-1, and props to LA for sticking it out.
Yeah.
And then hopefully game 2 you guys come back, win this one tonight, or win the second one, and then you guys will end up tying. And then you know when I play tomorrow, we're gonna clean all this up, get 2 dubs tomorrow, you know, and we're gonna take back that 7th spot.
Yeah, you know, it just seemed like you had Hall & Oates and Clint back there for LA, and it just seemed like there wasn't an answer. There was a lot of chasing. You know, if you were watching some of the play, well, we could see of it anyway. You know, Beeps is doing a pretty good job getting the camera back over to that side. But yeah, there seemed to be a bit of chasing, leaving them open in those lanes, and there was no answer for just how silky smooth this Vegas team was able to move the puck.
Yeah, it was absolutely just a game. Again, we didn't think that we were going to see the score end up like this. We thought this was going to be kind of a more even matchup, again, with these teams showing that they are good teams. But Vegas is out there performing like they're a number 1 team. And kind of watching these guys, it's like, wow, like, where has Vegas been all season? You know, to be able to come out and then show the performance that they did. If they did that every night, they wouldn't be sitting where they're sitting. So it's like, man, like, Those boys must have been practicing, or I mean, everything's just clicking for them tonight.
Absolutely, it is. These guys have just been just like I said. I think I was at the end of last week when when we were having a little bit of a conversation about about some of these teams. My thing with Vegas has been the consistency, because we've seen a bunch of these, right? We've seen a bunch of games where these guys can come out and just blow any team out of the water. And then go 9-2 on or 9-1 on a week. But then the following week, they're like 3-8-1, right?
Yeah.
Like there's just there hasn't been the consistency there. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully Vegas is finally getting it all together so that they can light it up and and hopefully make a good run here in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, again, these bottom teams that are sitting there at the bottom, Los Angeles, Vegas, Boston, these teams need to keep an eye out on how they're performing for this whole week, because this whole week is detrimental to, are you going to sink or are you going to swim? And right now, that game, if LA continues to play like that, we're not going to be in the playoff position that we want to be, nor are we going to be in a playoff position. And then you look at teams like Boston or Vegas, or it's just like, man, it's all about consistency, like you said. That's why, like, you want to be in a position how St. Louis and Tampa Bay is, because even if they drop 2 every single night this week, they're still in it. So I mean, it's just funny, man. It's just funny how things go.
I don't mean to cut you off here, but it looks like these guys, I guess, just decided to go straight back to back. We're already at 13:09, so unless they started super late here, which I don't see anything in the chat. These guys are going. Well, here we go. Vancouver already up 2-0. They were supposed to be going at 10:45, so they must have just finished up the first one fast and gotten right back to it. Here comes Vancouver now. Someone gets knocked off the stick. Oh, here we go. Getting to see it, Tilly boys. Let's go. Who's that? That's left wing. That's Dragunov. I think that's Dragunov versus Nilsey. Oh boy, oh boy. Not often we get to see a goalie fight, but that was fun.
Yeah, we got multiple people in the box.
Yeah. All kinds. Let's go. Oh, and here we go. 11:40 remaining here. Vancouver just kind of taking their time. Side effect with it. It seems slow to you?
It's got a little hiccups every now and then.
Yeah.
But that might just be just the stream.
Yeah, it could well be. That's Shem. Sends it down, so an icing call. Offensive zone face-off for Nashville. Vancouver will win that. Big shot on and scores. Rydell. Get Nashville on the board. It's 2-1.
There you go. That is a goal definitely needed from Nashville. Again, like we talked earlier in the show, if Nashville wants any chance to stay in this playoff contention, they're going to need to win 2-0 to cement their position in their conference.
Indeed. Down 1 now. Vancouver Vancouver back to regular strength now. Slang Hill send it around the boards. Gets that up to Rydell. Rydell looking for a little room, tries to get that one out front. Couldn't get that done. Here they come again. Jimmy Cap's out there with them. I almost forgot about that. I was like, did somebody drop? But yeah, we saw a good little Tilly earlier. Face-off win for Nashville. Jimmy Cap with the puck. Pinning Shem up against the boards. Not quite able to knock that loose. Nashville getting it. That pass out front. Slang. Oh, pass over to Rydell. That shot gets stopped. Jimmy Cap's shot gets stopped. Here's Slang now. Tries to get that down to Rydell, and it's Vancouver back out the other way. That one will get called for icing. So Nashville with another opportunity in the offensive zone. Face-off win for Vancouver. Here's Shem with speed coming over the line. Oh, almost making it right to the net before having that knocked off of his stick. They try to get that one out front. Here comes Rydell now. That one over to, oh, big hit there. Here's side effect. Pass over, big shot. No, that one got blocked. I believe that was Slang that got in there. Blocked that before it became dangerous. 3:24 remaining here in the first period. It's 2-1 Vancouver. Game 2 Tuesday night.
Nashville needs to come and turn it around. They need a goal going into the second period if they want any chance of securing this victory.
Yeah, they need to tie this up, and they need to tie it up bad. Oh, and we're getting another Tilly. Apparently, these two teams do not like each other, and they are not afraid to show it. Round 2. Here we go.
And it looks like the same guy, too.
Yeah.
Looks like he came out and then decided, all right, let's do it again.
And here they go. Oh, I thought it was done. Not quite. Here we go. Oh, big uppercut there. And shots fired. Man down. Dragunov going down. And oh boy. These two teams not holding anything back here at all. Shem saying not in my house.
Yeah, again with these guys in the box, man. I mean, it's the last week. People are a little upset with where they're sitting in the standings, and hey, man, they got to let some heat get out somehow.
Exactly. Here we go. Jimmy Cap getting that one up to the right-hand side. Pass out front gets picked off. Here comes McFly. Oh. I'll start coming back the other way. Here's Jimmy Cap. He gets absolutely crushed there. Man, some of these compies are real stupid. Just want to point out the obvious. I know we all know.
Yeah, I never really had what's the word for it? Good interactions with the compy.
No, especially a compy D man. When you get a compy D partner, oh, forget about it. And I think that was another icing call, and I guess they're going to use their timeout here. You know, I'm thinking that maybe it was a dropout.
A dropout?
It could have been. Maybe somebody dropped out, so they had to replay one period. Because it's weird that they would take a timeout here.
Yeah, I saw it coming down the ice, and I was kind of wondering what was going on.
Yeah. And here we go. Neutral zone face-off. Nashville wins. Side effect will get that. Comes in over the line. Oh, can't get the shot off as that one gets blocked. Is that the end of the first period, or is that the end of the game? We're about to find out, I guess. These guys drop out. I'm gonna go take a look in the league chat just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Not a bad first period, though.
Yeah, not bad. Said that 2-1. I don't know how game 1 went, but I mean, I hope somebody can tell us how that went, because we need to know what happened with them in game 1.
Yeah, exactly. What would be a fun franchise to play and why? Can't make my mind up. Big franchise guy. Depends on what kind of games you're into. First time, I should have said right off the bat, sorry. First time chat from Clyde. Franchise.
Oh, so update out of Los Angeles. Los Angeles is actually winning 3-0 in the first period.
Nice. So they're coming back. Yeah, if they can get 2, that's a all that's really important, right? Keep it tied, and you still got time through the last couple nights here.
Yeah, again, like I said, the last game was not something we thought we were going to see. And now looking at Vegas and Los Angeles and them ending the first period here soon, 3-0. I mean, this is great. It's a great thing for Los Angeles. They definitely needed to tie this one up.
100%. That they did. So looking at it, I think there was a dropout.
There's a dropout?
Yeah, to the best of what I'm seeing here. So that's the end of that game. I'm just trying to find out what the final score was. But everybody's a little busy and not giving information.
Yeah, I mean, hey, while we have this little break in here, if you guys are new to the channel, we are the 6HL media team. We cover the 6HL league that runs Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. This is the last week of the 6HL. Next week, we move into the playoffs. And then after that, we'll be moving into our next season in the coming weeks after that. If you're interested in joining, just type in !Discord. It'll pop up our Discord. Make sure to go through the process in there, and then that way you can be in the loop of when we're going to start our next season, and then you can be a part of this action. Again, I mean, this is just a great league to be a part of, and it's a lot of fun to join. So if you've never been in a competitive league, or you're looking for another league to be in, make sure to stop by and give us a shot.
Yeah. I believe I was just trying to think about it because I recently had this conversation with a couple of the big guys, and I believe that season 14 starts mid-May because we got the 4 weeks of the playoffs here, which take us right to the end of April. The awards show, then we'll get into scouting, draft, and the next season. So yeah, I think it's mid-May that season 14 will be starting. So make sure that you sign up. Summer season.
And then maybe, hey, and then if I can vote an owner, maybe you'll end up on my team.
What, you gonna draft me? Don't draft me, man.
Round 4. Round 4.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Round 4.
Okay, easy. Sorry, you know what? I think I misread Clyde-Eye's question. I thought he was talking about like a video game franchise. I think he's talking about, like the franchise mode. And if that's what you're talking about, you know what? For me, I think bang for your buck. If you want the building blocks there and to build a team over over a quick season or two, Ottawa is definitely a good choice. If you want a real challenge for the amount of draft picks they don't have and everything else, try Arizona. Seattle's also a little bit of fun too. I've definitely messed around with that. That one was a lot of fun. What do you think?
Oh, I'm a Blackhawks fan. So the Blackhawks are in a rebuilding phase. We have a couple of key pieces when you're playing franchise mode. If you haven't updated the rosters, you're still gonna have Patrick Kane. You're gonna have Jonathan Toews. Me personally, I had Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. I actually traded away Patrick Kane, and I got one hell of a deal. And don't ask how I did it. And I did not force trade. Okay, let's just get that. Let's get this out of the way. But Ovechkin is on my team as well. So yeah, we were able to pull him, and then we won a cup. So I had a good time, but normally when I play franchise, I can only play for one season. I can't sit there and play. There's way too many games. I can't sit there and play, Well,
that's why you sim parts of the season, right? I think that's, like my rule is I sim the majority of the season. I play like rivalry games and divisional games. And then kind of leave it from there. Let the players do set the sim settings as best as I can to try and keep it as realistic as I can. And then, kind of let it do its thing. I always love going Boston. Always going to go Boston. But, yeah, when you're looking for a challenge, Chicago would probably be good. Arizona, Ottawa, even Buffalo can be a little bit of a challenge depending on, what roster set you have. But
yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of games that I can even play franchise mode or like a style like that, like MLB. NHL, that's hard to do. NBA, hard to do. But Madden is the one game where I can play every single game of the season. I skip preseason because I don't care about preseason, but I can play every single game, playoffs, because there's only you figure what, if you get a bye, 18, 19 games, maybe 20, something like that.
Yeah.
That I can play. But an 80 game season in a league, or in baseball, it's like every single day is a game. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. There's no way I could play that many games and like
Oh, no.
play every one legitimately.
No, absolutely not. I think the only way that you could do that, if you were going to play every game legitimately and you were trying to do it on a baseball game, your best bet would be to be a pitcher. Because then you're playing every 4 to 5.
Well, and MLB Road to the
Still,
Show,
that's a lot.
they do a good job of progressing you through games pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And with MLB 23 that just dropped another EA, or not, it's not an EA product. Sorry, that is a Sony product. But when when you go out there, like I'm a catcher, and when I play, and they do pretty good job of only putting you in those key moments instead of you playing every single inning every single time that you're out there. Because if that was the case, that would be horrendous.
Yeah.
Games would go on for hours, and I don't have time for that. I want to go in there. I want to play a couple games and get off for the night.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to sit there for like 3 hours and play baseball.
Dude, I like playing F1, the long races.
Bro. You know what? What's funny? So like, I'm a big IndyCar guy, right? So like, the closest thing I can get to IndyCar is F1.
Yeah.
So I go to F1, and then I go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I race there. So, that's what I do, and that's what I like. So
nice.
I also like NASCAR. NASCAR games are fun too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Best part about NASCAR is all the crashes.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny is that they got leagues for that, right? They got leagues for NASCAR and stuff like that. But like, you don't think it's much, but like, man, it's something to sit there and do like 100 laps, especially when you're going in a circle and a circle. It's like, oh my lordy. Yeah. That's why I put it down to like 25 laps or even like 5-10 laps. I'm like, I'm not doing no 200 laps.
No, you know what? The F1 quick races are kind of cool. It's 5 laps. Some of those courses are pretty long, so that 5 laps can take you about a half an hour to do. But yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Here we go. So still not sure. I don't know if you want to try and reach out to somebody and see if you can get an answer. I wasn't able to get one about what the final score actually was in the first game.
If you ain't getting it, they'll post it in the score. Everyone's busy tonight. They got their games going on. While we're loading up to this one, waiting for it to start, I just want to shout out to, again, back over to the games that we covered last game before this, which was Vegas and LA. And update as they're coming to the 5-minute mark in the second period. Los Angeles still sitting at 3, but Vegas now sitting at 2.
Boy, LA trying to make their way.
And as I say that, they tie it up 3-3.
Oh boy, she's too young for you in the chat. Just let us know that Canucks won 6-2 in game 1. So that was that. Like I said, that was a restart. So somebody obviously dropped there in the second period or whatever. And so we were actually watching the third period there. So here we go.
Okay. So this is the official start of game 2.
This is the official start of game 2. Dead on time. 10:45 p.m. on the nose. Let's go. Nashville coming in. Big shot on. That one stopped. That one goes around the boards. And here they come now. Can't see exactly what's going on there. Here's Nashville back the other way now. Dragon with it. He has that knocked off his stick by Shem. Dragon gets it back, tries to get that up to the point. Panchi's doing a good job. She's too young for you with the puck now. Getting that one out front. Shot, scores. Oh, boy. Slang. Getting it done here. It's already 1-0 Vancouver.
Yeah, again, if they want any chance in this, Nashville has got to turn this around. They have to. They lost big 6-2. And they're going to need a win in this one. They have to pull a miracle, and they have to win this one.
That they are. They want to stay in that high spot and have home ice. Here's Caulfield now. Oh, can't get that shot off. Here comes Nashville back the other way now. Big shot, scores. Dragunov.
Yeah, I'm really pulling for Nashville to win this one. What an excellent goal by Dragunov here to even it up 1-1 in the first period.
Absolutely unreal play here so far. A little back and forth hockey. Absolutely love to see it. 1-1. First period, Nashville, Vancouver. Down, pass over, shot, and scores.
He caught him
Boy.
slipping there. Just a little bit of that right analog 6 slide from the goalie, and it doesn't take much to get that excellent goal in there by Vancouver.
Absolutely. Wow, this is definitely something to watch. Foul. Wait a minute, that's not. No, I think that's Pasta. I think
It
is
said
in
foul.
there. Yeah, I think that's Pasta. Interesting.
Oh, I just read his player name. I don't know who.
Yeah. Said Val, I'm gonna be watching him to see next time he gets the puck to see if it shows the one that shows the gamer tag. I'm pretty sure that's Pasta though. Oh, he gets knocked off the puck. Trying to come back the other way. Shem picks that off. Pass over, shot, and a big stop. No, Pasta's in net.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people trying to do that hut goal, where you pull the goalie off to one side and you kind of skate across him and you slide it in, and that's the third time that we've seen that tonight.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Big face-off win for Vancouver. Caulfield gets that one out front. I'm gonna get blocked. Shem able to grab that. Ooh. He gets absolutely hammered there. Big pass up. Here comes Nashville now. That one up to the point. Back over to the right-hand side. That shot gets, or that pass, sorry, gets tipped, so they weren't able to get the shot off. Oh, trying to just jam that in there.
Yeah, Nashville just needs to. I don't know what they need to do at this point. They need to find it, and they need to find it now.
Yeah, I need to make some cleaner passes. Move it out to the outside more. Just trying to force it into the middle there definitely isn't working at this point. Here's Shem now. Shem up at the point. He'll send that down low. Val gets hammered. And now here's Nashville back the other way. Dragunov with it. He has that knocked off his stick by Shem. Even injured, Shem, can do such a great job. Phenomenal defenseman here in the 6HL. Oh, big hit there. That backhand shot stopped. That's a big save by Pasta.
Yeah, what a nice hesitation move to try to create an opening there.
Yeah, Pasta wasn't biting on that one. Here's Dragunov now. Dragunov get that one up to the point. Pass out front, Dragunov with it. Back out front, shot. Oh, and a big stop there. Now it's Vancouver coming back out the other way. Thanks, goalie is able to pick that up. He'll get that up to Dragon. Dragon over to Slang. Slang has that knocked off his stick, and now here comes Vancouver back the other way. Good hit from behind there. Good bump from behind there, rather. Beck getting in there to stop that. Ooh, big shot and another save. And props.
Yeah, eventually, once they put enough shots on, something's got to go in.
Oh, for sure. Props here. Definitely doing a good job for Vancouver making some stops. .401 remaining here in the first period. That one gets stopped on the way. Big shot. Oh, that one hits a body on the way through. Shem picks up the puck, and now it's Vancouver back the other way. Here's Val. Val looking out front, up top. Shot on and scores.
What an excellent activation of the 1T from right where it was. And, I mean, just an absolute beauty of a finish to get another one for Vancouver.
I believe that was She's Too Young. Getting that one. Wow. It was beautiful right over the top. Great spot to be. High slot there. Oh, shot on. Buff's having to make a big save there. Shem will just send that one down, looking for the Omaha right now. And they'll beat it out. Caulfield getting it down low, back out front to Caulfield. He'll hold it, pass over. Oh, and they just got to stick on that one to knock it out. Here's Shem now. Shem will bring it down low, coming back out front. Has that knocked off him. Here's Nashville now. Dragunov. Oh, Dragunov getting hit hard. Panges will hold it, and that's the end of the first period. 3-1 Vancouver. Damn.
Yeah, man, what a game that we got going on over there, man. I mean, this is an absolute beauty of a game.
Yeah.
Kind of taking a look at what's going on kind of around the league. Back to the last series we were in, Los Angeles is up 4-3, And just breaking news. We are actually going to have an interview tonight. Mr. Snowda is going to be joining us after our presentation of Game 2 of Nashville versus Vancouver.
Damn, there we go. So make sure you stick around for that. Happy to have you here. Yeah, so at the end of 3-1 Vancouver. Not too much difference in the shots. A couple minutes there, obviously, in the in the time on attack. Vancouver definitely doing a better job working it around.
Yeah, I think Vancouver's just setting up a lot of good plays. I think they're just getting their guys in the absolute best position possible, and Nashville's just having a hard time figuring out where to stand. They just need to be in better positioning, and I think they're going to get a lot more blocks. But hey, we're going to see if they can turn that around going into period number 2.
Yes, and here we go. Period number 2 underway. Vancouver with it now. There's Val. We'll try and get it over to Shem. That one goes past him. Oh, here's Dragunov now with a little bit of room. Pass out Fred shot. Oh, and what a big stop by Props. He's going to play
They tried a cheese goal on that one. They tried to stuff it in, and it ain't going to work.
No. Here's Val with it. Pass over. That one gets blocked. Now Nashville coming back the other way. They're looking for their own Omaha. I don't think... Oh, my God. That one almost went in off the back of Props' leg. Oh, boy.
He almost dumped in his own net again when he came out with the puck.
Jesus. Here we go. Dragunov manages to stay on side. No, he didn't. I guess they deemed it that he did cross the line. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off here. Harry 2 bust to 0. Oh, here's Harry.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
Val with the puck. He'll move that over to Caulfield. Caulfield steps back just a little bit. He goes offside, so another neutral zone face-off. So far, it would seem anyway, Nashville's made some adjustments and doing a better job holding Vancouver up at the line, not giving them as much.
Yeah, Vancouver is just absolutely just having a blast of a time, and Nashville's just having a hard time of just stopping the plays that are being set up by Vancouver at this point.
Out there, Caulfield manages to get it back. Here he goes. Oh, absolutely hammered there by Butte.
Yeah, again, you're going to need to take these guys off their skates, man. You need to slow down the momentum that Vancouver has because they're just putting on the accelerator pedal on this one.
Oh, boy. Cheese goes in offside. Another neutral zone face-off. 14 minutes remaining here in the second.
And as we have a little break here, we're looking at a 5-3 Los Angeles up on Vegas going in the 2 minutes in the third period.
Wow. Shot on and scores. 4-1 Vancouver. Val getting that one.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of activations of CQ tonight, and this just goes to show you CQ is just one of those OP perks, man. It's such a good perk for forwards to use. Devastating to the goalies, but hey, nonetheless, there's another goal from Mr. Val of Vancouver.
Vancouver. Oh my God. This again, not exactly what I was expecting. It's good to hear though that Los Angeles, is in that game and potentially going to take it there. That definitely helps the cause if they can get 2 points. It remain tied.
Yeah, but they definitely needed to look at themselves in the mirror and say, "Hey, what team are we?" Because if they would have lost this game, it would have been very far from being in that playoff contention spot. But it looks like they're going to come away with the win in game 2, and then tying them again.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my lettuce in the chat saying Val is nasty. Indeed, Val is nasty. Shem picks that one off. Ooh, Dragunov able to grab that from him. Tries to get it down low, but that one gets picked off. Here's Shem with the puck now. Shem moving it in all on his own. Here's Cheese. He'll get it back down low. Oh, big hit there. Now here comes Nashville back the other way. Slank trying to pass that one over to Rydell on the right, but can't get the pass off. Butte gets knocked off the puck. Great job. Shot on. Oh, and a big save. Another shot and another save. Big saves here by Pasta. Penalty drawn. Dragon going to the box in Vancouver getting the power play. That's Tommy Troll Cheese on left wing. Glad to have Glad to have Lettuce in here. Can't Stop the Quaff is in here as well. Good to see
Hey,
you, buddy.
Lettuce was yelling at me earlier. Lettuce was being a meanie head.
Oh, we're hurting Fifi's now, are we? Oh, big
Yeah,
shot. Big stop by Pasta there.
yeah, I hurt my feelings over there, but hey, man, it is what it is. But what an awesome save over there from Nashville.
Yeah.
He's been having a tough time tonight. They've been kind of leaving him open. And if Nashville has any chance, they needed to turn around. They needed to start a couple minutes ago. But hey, man, it is what it is. They need it now.
Well, 9:08 left here in the second. There is time unless you do that and put it into your own net. Oh, boy.
So, so that was 6-1 going to Vancouver. And just a little update, LA was able to pull it away 6-3.
Oh, boy. Oh, LA and Vegas, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say?
You said Vancouver. I was like, no, that's not quite the score here. It's 5-1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. LA and the other team.
Nice. No talent looking for 60. Might be. Might just be cheese. Slang tries to pass that one up. Shem will grab that. Shem knocked off the puck. Oh, boy. Trying to do some flashy stuff. You may want to have a talk with Shem there, Lettuce, after this game. Here's Dragunov now. Dragunov will get that one up to the point. Thank you, goalie. Gets that knocked off his stick. Shem picks that up, sends Val back the other way. Shot on, scores. He used the defenseman, literally knocked the defenseman right into Pasta there. Oh,
yeah, but
boy.
another goal by Vancouver and Mr. Val.
Can we call him Val Kilmer? Is he not going to like that?
We'll call him Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie. There we go. Val Batman. Maybe. No, that doesn't work.
Val Batman.
Batman
Val.
We'll come back to that one later. And here we go now. Back to the action. Vancouver with the puck. 6-1 here in the second period. 5:40 remaining. Shem with the puck. He's getting all kinds of space. They are just backing up. There's High Cheese. Oh, that shot gets blocked on the way through. Big hit there. Another big hit there, and I think another penalty coming. Yep, they're going to call them for interference on that one. That shot goes wide of the net. And here we go. Vancouver about to go on the power play yet again. There was a late hit behind the net there. I think that was more of a frustration penalty by Butte.
And speaking of Vancouver, we're also going to be having a special guest joining us tonight. Mr. Oh My Lettuce will be joining us from Vancouver after the show.
Oh, my. Oh, my. It's Oh My Lettuce. Let's go. That guy, he keeps on yelling at me. Whenever he's available, we never cover him. Now this time, now he's coming to join us. I think he's probably going to have some heated words for me here.
Yeah, he's going to say, finally, you covered me, winning this blowout of a game, 6-1 in the second period.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there we go. Can't see what's happening there. But it's a goal. Dragunov scores. It's 6-2.
Hey, and look at another activation from CQ, a golden CQ at that, with a beautiful goal by Dragon.
Do you think of the trades that other league, removed? This would be one of them.
Yeah, I thought for sure that would be one. It was interesting to hear that NHL Gamer removed that or banned that trait. So it was interesting to hear that was the bannable trait from NHL.
Yeah. And here we go. Oh. That one knocked off. Dragunov with it now. Tries to stuff that one in. Is he going to get a penalty shot? No. They're going to call it a penalty, so they get called for a trip. So we're going to get 4-on-4 for about a minute here. Panchees going to the box. He looks a little upset. Well, you shouldn't have done that then, bud.
Oh, man. And what a penalty going out to Vancouver. But again, this isn't a game that Vancouver really needed to worry about. This was a game that Nashville needed to worry about. So on the 4-on-4, let's see if Nashville can pull away with another goal.
Shot on. Oh, another big save there by Snoopy. He had to make a couple there.
Yeah, well, we need to see a big one-timer from Nashville to put this up to 3-6. I mean, they just need to show a little bit more life.
Exactly. That's all they need. One here. But there's Shem with the puck. He'll get that out of the zone. Rydell able to pick it up. Rydell making himself a little bit of room. Lots of room out there. That one gets picked off, and here comes Side Effect now. Side effect has that knocked off his stick, and now Nashville will bring it back the other way. Rydell trying to get that up over center. Man, Vancouver just in the right places. That pass goes all the way back, so Vancouver will have to get reset. It's props. What? Oh, my God. What a pass to Val. Gets that one up to the point to Shem. Shem has that knocked off him. Here's Rydell now. He gets absolutely hammered. Dragunov gets a shot, scores. It's 6-3. 10.7 remaining. Wow.
Wow, and I believe that's a Hattie. Yep, that's a Hattie from Mr. Dragon over there. What a beautiful, just a little bit of time that he gave it to activate that CQ and just bury that goal right in there.
Can we talk about that assist? Because I think Rydell's dead after that one.
Yeah, he did get destroyed on that play, but hey, that sacrifice gave their team the goal, 3-6 at the end of the second.
Exactly. Oh, and almost one there for Vancouver trying to answer right back. And there we go. So at the end of 2, it's 6-3. Nashville, exactly as you said, showing signs of life here.
Yep.
You know, so this third period could be real interesting because they did a much better job in that third period of shutting Vancouver down, right? Like kind of slowing them down. Yeah, only allowing the 2 goals.
Second period.
Sorry, second period. Yeah, doing a much better job. Yeah, only allowing a couple goals. If they can just tighten that up just a little bit more, you know, they have a possibility, and they need, like you mentioned earlier, they need at least 2 points if they want to stay in that race with Edmonton right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're seeing one hell of a show from Nashville. Again, they may be losing this 3-6, but Dragon is just showing them that, hey, man, we're still in this. We're still fighting. You look at the total shots, so you got 10-14. It's a close one there. However, when you look at the time of possession, you're looking at 6:23 to Vancouver, and it looks like 3:23 over to Nashville. Nashville just needs to come in. They need to show them, hey, this is our puck, and they need to keep that puck cycling a little bit more and just put Vancouver on their back feet.
Need to go in and kick the trash can over in the locker room. Says, oh,
my
lettuce.
That too.
Embarrassing. Let's go.
Playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And here we go. Third period of action underway. Nashville, Vancouver, 6-3 right now for Vancouver. That one gets bumped off. Slang with the puck now. He'll send that back. Nashville making their way up now. Here's Dragunov. Already has a hat trick in this one. Gets that over to Slang. Shot. Oh my God. Rydell right there on the doorstop. Just could not get the shot off. Here's Rydell with the puck again now. He'll try and cut it over the center. Dragunov able to pick it up. He tries to pass that over to Rydell, but the pass gets picked. And now it's Vancouver right back the other way. Caulfield. He'll get bumped off the puck. Oh, Butte getting absolutely rocked there at center ice. Big shot and scores.
Oh, what a 1-T shot. What a pass. That was just an absolute beauty of a play from Vancouver with number 7 in period number 3.
No talent. Cheese. Connecting there, and no talent, showing that maybe there is a little bit there. Maybe just a little bit of talent. Maybe.
Just a bit of talent. Welcome. Welcome, tough guy. How you been, man? How you been? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by again. And as always.
How did Jersey do, buddy? Let us know.
Hopefully 2-0. Hopefully 2-0.
Or Slang shot on. Oh, that one goes just wide. Vancouver with it now. Here's Shem. They went 1-1 tonight. Not too bad. Not too bad. At least they got the 2 points. We'll have to find out later on how Philadelphia did. And there we go. Third period action. 14:09 remaining here. Vancouver up now 7-3. Nashville needs to get one right here. Rydell absolutely crushed there. He'll lose the puck. Side effect with it. And a trip. Butte's going back to the box. And Vancouver's going to get another power play.
Yeah, we have an upset alert coming from Boston, winning the first game over the Blues 2-1.
Oh, my. Oh, my. And that's those are big, important points for Boston, too. You know, trying to make sure that their playoff hopes stay alive tonight. Here's Shem with it now. Shem gets that one down low. Pass out front. Gets broken up by Slang. That one back up to the point. Here's Shem now. Shem back up to the point on the other side. Oh, and what An absolute beauty of a save there by Pasta.
Yeah, again, just a save after save, but again, these forwards in Nashville need to show Vancouver they're not playing games anymore. They need some goals, and they need them now.
Exactly. Shot on in a big stop there by Pasta. Caulfield trying to get that one out front. Now here comes Nashville back the other way. Rydell's just going to send that down into the zone. Dragunov able to pick it up. Dragunov tries to turn it around, doing a little too much with the puck there. He gets knocked off it, and here comes Vancouver back the other way. Cheese over to town, scores. Sorry, Val. I thought Val
with another CQ activation on that goal, man. Just another one from him, making this an 8-3 game.
What was that, number 4 now for him?
Yes, sir. That was number 4 for Mr. Val in game number 2.
Absolutely unreal tonight, the way this guy's playing. Here's Shem with the puck now. He gets knocked off it. Slang picks it up and sends it over to Butte. That shot towards the net. Oh, that was weird. It went off the goalie, and they still called icing.
Tough Guy Gaming coming out and saying player ability should be banned.
No, you know what? Here's what I think. I've thought more about what Clint said, and you know what? I agree. And I'm also, of the mind of another consensus, which is if you're going to go ahead and ban traits, okay, right? If you're not going to ban traits, that's okay too, right? Because if you want to play it as a video game, allow the traits to be there. Everybody can do whatever they want. But if you're going to ban traits, ban all the traits. Only allow boosters. That's it.
I think that's a fair take. If you're going to ban one, ban them all.
Ban them all. Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair take, but again, I've came out and said it. I'm a big fan of truculence. I like it, but it's not a well-liked perk around the community. But hey,
No.
When we had this conversation with Clint, he said that the league is not going in that direction as of this point, and we're kind of keeping it where we're at. So it's nice to hear some finalization kind of what we're going to be looking at for the next season.
Exactly, and I agree. I 100% I agree with it. Butte with the pass out front shot by Dragon. He gets his 4th of the game.
Yeah, that's another one by Dragon. Number 4 for him, scoring all the goals in game number 2. And having an activation of the 1T, just absolute beauty of a shot from Mr. Dragon.
Goalies should be allowed to keep theirs, though.
Yeah,
Tough
right.
guy. Nice try, buddy. Nice try.
Yeah, when I play goalie, my perks don't even activate. So
Here we go. Rydell with it now, trying to get a little bit of room. Gets that over to Dragunov. Dragunov back up to the point. Thanks, goalies holding on to it. He gets that knocked off his stick. Held it just a little too long there. That one goes offside, so neutral zone face-off here just outside the Nashville zone. Man. Skill issue.
All right, Lettuce. 1v1 me on Rust. Quick scopes.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The chirping has begun. Love it. Love it. Come on, chat. Let's go. Bring on the roast. Hey, tough guy. Did you see you got that diamond there beside your name? We've made you a VIP member. We love it every time you come in here. You've always got a good take for us. And we thank you for watching, buddy. Here's Val with the puck now. Gets that over to Caulfield. Caulfield tries to get it back over to Val, but that one gets picked off. Ooh. And that one goes off of Shem's face. Into the bench, but he's still standing.
Yeah, I find it funny when EA, like, if you get injured, they'll show the animation of you sitting on the bench, but then the very next second you're on the ice playing still.
Yeah, exactly. I'll remember it is a video game after all.
Yeah, right. Oh well, no, this is real life.
No, to some guys. Touch grass. 8-4 here for Vancouver. 4:54 remaining in the third period. Butte with the puck. He'll get that over to Slang. Slang tries to send that back to Butte, but that one will go off the boards, and Nashville will have to reset now. That one up to Dragon. Dragon has that knocked off his stick by Shen, and now it's Vancouver back the other way. Here's Shem. Over the top, he gets hit by Rydell. Vancouver able to keep that one in there. Here's Thanks goalie with the puck now. 3-on-2. Gets that one up to the point to Slang. Slang over to the right-hand side. Butte with the pass down. Shot scores.
Oh,
And
that's by the D, man.
Yeah, thanks, goalie was down there in front of the net. He gets a hold of that. And it's
Yeah,
8-5.
Jordan NHL with the goal on that one. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, it says no one has accused EA of being smart. I think EA has come out with a brilliant product with NHL and HL. I just think some changes need to be made, and I think that's all. I think it's still a general, overall good product.
Yes. There's some definite good there, but definitely some things that I think they need to adjust. Like bringing back, your own skilled attributes, right? Like that, when you were able to pick them yourselves, that was, I think that was a much better system. Like, the +2s, +3s, and, none of this, like I said, if you're going to get rid of one trait, get rid of them all. But I think that, the entire EA community wants to see franchise or GM Connected brought back, but they've put the focus primarily on HUT, which is why we haven't gotten a real good update to be a pro. It's why we haven't gotten a real good update to franchise mode. It's why, why we don't have GM Connected. And I think it's unfortunate. The community continues to suffer because there's only one game in town.
Yeah, I think, however, when you are taking a look at the game, you got to remember this. The reason for traits is because the real live NHL players that do play the game on real ice show that they have these abilities. They'll be able to have better 1-Ts than the next. You have the hard hitters like Ryan Reeves.
Yeah.
I understand why traits are a part of the game, and I understand why they're there. But
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it all takes is everyone's going to have a complaint about something, right? So you got to kind of take the good with the bad and ultimately decide what's best for you in your league. And I like the stance that, like I said, I like the stance that Clinton is saying. And hey, man, we're not going to ban anything. If it's on the game, it's on the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, unless it's a complete game glitch, then it's fair game, right? So
yeah, exactly. And like I said, I agree with that, right? Like, if you want to play it as a video game, then yeah, definitely the way to go. Like I said, I think there's little, like Tough Guy saying there, right? The physics need to get a little bit better. The ability to OP your players should be fixed, which I agree with. And AI needs a boost. Yes, 100%. There's definitely some room for improvement here. Sorry, guys, we went off on a tangent here in the third period with Nashville basically being out of this one. I think, 2.7 remaining here in the third period, 8-5 Vancouver. Vancouver walking away with 2 big wins here tonight. That shot on. Final one there. Rydell getting on the board.
It ain't over till it's all over.
Well, I think there's under a second left.
No. Don't you count out Nashville, huh? They're going to prove you wrong. They're going to put time on the clock somehow.
Great job by Rydell getting on the board.
Can you imagine 2 penalty shots real quick?
Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Ridiculous. Ridiculousness. 8-6, 0.7 remaining.
So many goals in this game. What an
Lots of
absolute
goals.
beauty of a game to cover.
Oh, I thought we were about to get a Tilly there.
I thought so, too. The camera panned as if it was a fight.
Yep. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was waiting for. But we didn't get to see it. All right, are we heading over?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Well, before we do, some pretty good games tonight.
The absolute beauty of games that we saw in games 1 and game 2. We again covered two of the best games that we've seen pretty much all season, with just the most amount of impact to the season. Game 1, we saw an absolute blowout. With LA losing to Vegas. However, in game 2, they were able to pull it and then, win game 2. Series number 2 that we covered, we had Vancouver and Nashville. I believe Vancouver took game 1. They won game 1 6-2. And then going into game 2, they just won as well, giving them 2-0 over Nashville, which is not going to sit well with Nashville. They definitely needed wins tonight, and with them not getting the wins, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for the rest of the week. But hey, man, just stick it in there. You guys got it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if how Edmonton did tonight. I'll be looking forward to that update to see how they did. Because remember, at the start of tonight, Edmonton was only 2 points behind Nashville. So obviously that's a big one there if they got that done. I'm just making my way over here into the chalk zone. Oh, you having a laugh?
Yeah, that's my wife trolling me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Let's see. There we go. I am in.
All right, I'm heading over.
Bella. Stay in there.
Yeah, that's why I said she's trolling me, dog.
Toby in the chat.
I knew when I said it she was gonna say something. I knew it.
Of course. Let me know when you get in here.
All right. All right, I'm working on it.
Right on.
Mute myself here. Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, loud and clear. As always, glad to have you. We got a couple guys with their hands up right off the top.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody I wasn't expecting. Oh my lad. You know what? Let's start with Snow here really quick, guys.
Yep.
You know, want to make sure that we get LA was our first game. You know, we know they lost that first one. You know, having it handed to them by Vegas, but they ended up coming back and winning the second game. Snow, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Not too bad, not too bad. Enjoying some Tuesday night hockey, buddy.
Oh yeah, we're enjoying the Kirk Cousins show over here.
Oh boy,
Man, you know, it was funny watching that game one. It was like, wow, you know, well, I mean, that was not what I thought it was going to be. That was not a game that I thought was going to end up like that. I mean, for you guys to turn around in game two, that's the game I thought was going to be game one. What do you think happened in game one to make it just an absolute blowout?
I thought about this entire time because I knew this question was going to be asked, and I don't know. I mean, we came out strong. We put on pressure right away,
yeah,
and then the wheels just fell off. I mean, that's simple as that. The wheels fell off the bus, and we were hitchhiking from there on out.
That's a way of putting it.
Yeah, it's funny because like I said, you had sent me the link, and then I was kind of watching game two while bouncing back and forth between the games, and it was like a completely different game, right? Like you guys, it almost looked like you came out a completely different team, you know. And it was nice to see the you know, you guys not giving up and just saying, hey, like, again, we're here to play. We want to turn this around. We want to win game two. And then for you guys to come out and win game two in the fashion that you did, I think that speaks volumes to this LA team, because you guys are battling it out, or we are battling it out for that seventh spot with Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, we did come out a different team, I guess. We did make a couple line changes. We swapped out a couple players and swapped in a couple players, and I mean, we put a line out there game two that has a lot more chemistry together, and I mean, it shows that they have the chemistry together. So, I mean, we're having fun in Vegas, or we're not Vegas. We're having fun in LA. So.
Vegas.
We're having fun in Vegas.
LA went to Vegas.
I mean, we were in Vegas. I mean, we did go to Vegas. So I mean, we had fun there too. But
what happens there stays there.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say, was it the pressure of knowing that you guys were live in the first game? Was that what got to you, being live on the Tuesday night hockey?
No, I mean that doesn't. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't know if it bothers any of the other guys. I enjoy showing up and putting on a show for people. Obviously, it wasn't the show that we wanted to put on, but I mean, at least you saw some goals.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? You made some big saves in there. Like, don't get it twisted. But once, you know, as my partner pointed out, you know, once the close quarters started activating in that game, it just seemed to be relentless. You know, every time they came up the ice, a close quarters activation, and it was another goal. You know, it's not very often we see, you know, a mercy game. Obviously, that one's got to hurt. But you guys bounced back, took it in the second one. that's huge. You need those 2 points right now, right? It's still now you're still tied. What's the game plan for the rest of the week here?
We just I really think we just need to settle down. I mean, we have a great group of guys. We all vibe really well together. Locker room's usually pretty clean and fun worthy, and we just need to slow down, play our game, and not suck into other teams' games. And that's where we really see ourselves falling into trouble. As we come out strong, and then we see ourselves suck into their game, and we ultimately get mercied. So just looking to slow it down and keep the vibes good and keep having fun. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day, but you want to win.
No, of course, you always want to win. You always want to be right on top of your game, and doing the best that you can. For LA, what do you think the key is going to be right now to LA making the playoffs? Because obviously, like there is still that chance. We talked about what you want to do, but what is going to be that key for you guys to get over the hump here and take that 7th spot?
Well, Chuck, I'm gonna probably make a trip down to the Fleet store tomorrow and find the bigger backpack. No, I mean, we have a good group of guys here. We have a lot of skill here. We just, it's just not clicking. And if it clicks here in the last couple of games and we make that little push for the playoffs, I mean, I think we really are a team to look out for, because, I mean, we do have the talent, we do have the chemistry. We're just not clicking. So hopefully that click happens, and that's what we're, I guess, kind of waiting for.
Right on.
Yeah, it's like I said, watching you guys kind of do your guys' thing for the past couple weeks, and then again seeing what happened tonight in game 1, it was kind of odd to see the results that we got, and then game 2 looked more like you guys, and I'm just glad that you guys were able to turn it around in game 2, not only because I'm on your team, but just for league's sake, because you guys are right there tied with Vegas, and again, you guys are going to go into tomorrow with the games tied, and I mean, now it's going to be banking on hopefully Vegas loses the next 2 games for you guys. And again, I mean, it's already Tuesday. They only got 2 more days left. I mean, this is going to be a battle for the 7th spot, and I think if you guys again just put in the right key pieces like you have been doing all season, I think you guys are going to do fine. But again, you guys just need to come out like you did in game 2, because that game 1, that was not Los Angeles. I don't know what team that was, no. But that wasn't the Los Angeles team that we're used to seeing out on the ice.
No.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I can tell you right now, if you come out with gold truck tomorrow, you're going right back on the bench.
Oh, you're gonna call me out already? Fine, I'll change it just for you.
Oh boy.
I will let you guys get to some of the other people that are in here for interviews. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for covering us for night to night, guys. Appreciate the work.
All right, no problem, man. Anytime. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stuart. I appreciate all your time, buddy.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
Oh my, put up your hand, buddy. I see you there. You too, Shem. Let's go, boys. There they are.
Man, very disappointing that I was told I gotta take off my gold truck. I love me some truculence, and fortunately I gotta take it off the plate tomorrow. But hey, man, it is what it is.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with us now the owner of the Vancouver Canucks, Boston native, good old Boston boy. Oh my lettuce, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, TJ. Thanks for having me. I need Shem in here with me though.
Oh, Shem, put your hand up. Tell that guy what's this guy doing? Cavalry saying hey in the chat. Covey, I didn't even notice Covey was in the chat. What's up, buddy? Oh, there we go. Here's Shem. Here we go. All right. I feel like I'm being set up here, but I guess we're about to see what happens. There we go. Oh, he's got his mic muted.
Reused. Probably a good thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Hello.
Shem, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, good.
Big games tonight there, buddy. Little misplay there in the third as we were watching, but overall you were looking pretty solid, man. Great games.
Yeah, we would have probably won if We probably would have like shut them out if props wasn't trolling, but yeah, they're good games.
Yeah.
Hey, what else is there, right?
Yeah. That's
Oh
it.
man.
How,
Yeah. What?
Kick him. Get him out of here. So
What
give
a-
him a few moments.
Nice.
What an excellent showing for you guys tonight. Just an absolute stunning show from Val. When you guys put him in the lineup tonight, were you expecting this kind of performance from him?
Well, I mean, if you if you check out his stats, I think he's at like over 4 points a game. Yeah, he's a dominant winger.
Absolutely phenomenal. Like just an absolute beaut to watch. You guys obviously taking the 2 points, like it's we know that St. Louis lost the first one. Don't know if it's quite possible to catch up to St. Louis at this point, but you guys got to be feeling pretty good about that second spot, eh?
Yeah, I think we're feeling pretty confident in that second spot. I don't think we're gonna catch St. Louis at all. They're an absolute wagon, but we're content with the second seed for sure.
Excellent. What's the matchup you're looking for? Like, what would be your ideal matchup? Let's be honest here. It's either going to be Vegas or LA. Who do you think you'd get a better matchup with?
I mean, I'm honestly, both teams have given us pretty tough battles. I think we've split with both of them, if I'm not mistaken. I don't wanna give one team the upper hand, and set off bulletin board material in the other room. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Either team, they show up, we'll be ready for them.
Right on. That's good to hear. Busta, I thought Busta was trying to jump in there.
No, I'm sorry. I was typing up to. I called. So last night I faced Cavries. There's a little segue for real quick. I called Cavries an NHLer when he absolutely torched us last night, and now he wants me to play again. I think he just wants free RP. But but anyway, again, Vancouver, we've seen you time and time again. Stay up there in the top portion of the conference. So you guys have just been doing overall just a great job. And before tonight, you guys were sitting at 35-16 on the season. I mean, you guys are just doing phenomenal here. But you guys are, in that second seed spot, right? And let's be honest, there may be a point in time where you have to take St. Louis. So my question to you is, if let's say you do face St. Louis, what are you guys going to do to prepare differently for St. Louis than you have other teams in your conference?
Just gonna have to stack up against their 2-ping line. We got a couple of our own. Might be a battle of the 2 pings.
2 pings. Gee, I wonder who he could be talking about there. Maybe
Yeah, right.
Atmo and the Don.
We got a few of our own. We've been stockpiling our own. So it might be interesting to see.
Yeah,
you gotta love some hidden gems. You
never know when you're gonna need them.
One of them was on display tonight. I think it was Val.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one's My Lettuce, right?
He lives on I think he lives on the server. Oh my God, it's on top of his house.
He is the server.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, but what an excellent showing for you guys in game 2. Just absolutely just putting on the show. You guys are doing. It was what, like 8-5? Like there was so many goals in game 2, man.
8-6. 8-6. They got
8-6. It was just an absolute awesome show to watch. We've covered some games that were, for lack of better words, blowouts, right? That games that were one-sided affairs, right? But this one, in the third period, it got a little personal, and hey, there was a little chance for Nashville to come back, and we were kind of talking like the whole show, like Nashville needed this tonight. Nashville needed the 2 wins, and they were unable to get it up against you guys. And again, props to you guys for being able to shut down Nashville tonight 2-0. Again, winning your first game 6-2, and then your second game 8-6. You guys put on a tremendous show, and just like I've been saying to all you guys, thank you guys for being owners out there, and thank you guys for putting on for the 6HL, because without you guys, there would be no media team here.
No.
100%. Appreciate the opportunity to hop on. I got to give a shout out to my guy Side Effect though. Picked him up in a trade from Nashville, so I figured I'd put him in tonight, and he had himself a game.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever seen the guy cross the red line, and he had, what, 2 goals in a game?
Yeah.
Like, you see him?
Yeah.
I think so to give him a quick shout out. But I appreciate the interview.
No problem. Actually, buddy, just before you go, one last question for you that, I've kind of
Sure.
been asking all the guys. Now last 2 nights coming up, what is going to be the main focus, the primary drive now for the Vancouver Canucks going into the playoffs?
I think we're just going to get our lines ready for playoffs that we're looking to use. Get some added practice in, and just prepare.
Right on, buddy. Well, sounds good. Can't wait to see you in round 1. I know we'll be looking forward to watching those games, and wishing you the best of luck here the last couple nights. Go get them.
Sounds good. Thanks again. Thanks for letting Shem hop in here.
No problem. No problem.
Have a good one, Shemmy.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers.
So we actually have 2 more people that actually wanted to come and drop by tonight. Obi's been kind of raising up his hand, and so is Royal. We'll give the floor to whichever one you want, man. Or we'll take one. And
well, there was somebody who was supposed to join us last night. And if he puts his hand back up again, I want to get him in here, and that's Zerk. But while we're waiting, wait. He put his hand up and then he put it down again. It's almost like he's shy.
he might be a little camera shy. Again, I mean, we got plenty of guests that want to come on the show tonight, so just pick one and bring them up.
All right, let's bring in. Oh, there's Royal. Oh, everybody's putting their hands up at once. Here we go. Royal, coming on in. How you doing? How'd you guys do tonight?
Yo, what's good?
Not too much, buddy.
I heard you guys had upset City over there, and I heard you guys upset St. Louis, huh?
Oh, dude, we're buzzing. I can barely hear you. 1 second. I gotta figure it out. Change audio output. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, dude, we're cooking. Oh, let it get in line here. Let's get some Bruins in here.
So
Well,
how did that go for you guys?
Yeah.
I saw game 1. I just saw the score. What was the score of game 2?
We
It was
lost
a little
game
worse
2.
than
We
game
lost
1
game
for
2.
sure.
Oh, you lost, but you still went 1-1 against St. Louis.
We went
Yeah,
1-1. They
it
came
was
crazy
tough.
at us in the league.
Yeah,
chat,
Oh.
they came crazy at us.
They
That's
went
crazy.
a little top liney on us. Game 2 there.
So St.
Yeah.
Louis is one of these teams that we've talked about where they're just a phenomenal team. They have a really good defensive core. And you guys are one of the teams that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now that you guys are headhunting. You guys are looking to get out of the position that you're in and kind of cement yourself in maybe a 5 spot or a 6 spot. But again, you want to keep in the playoff contention, obviously, and gain some room off the Capitals. I mean, you guys got a couple nights left. What are you guys going to do to cement your guys' spot as a playoff contender?
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta win both against the Capitals, and shoot pucks and get pucks deep and just play good hockey. And I think that's the plan. We're playing Scam and Lettuce tomorrow, I think. So we'll give them a good spanking and then on to Washington. So
Yeah,
I already
think
got
we're-
some crap talking already.
yeah.
love it.
All right. No, I was gonna say I think at this point we're kind of like a lock for that last seed. So I think we're just trying to focus on
Dude, we're buzzing.
we're trying to focus on how to I guess the best system of what to run and come playoffs and different lines that'll work best at this point and just try to stay competitive with who we are playing.
Yeah.
But we're kind of just I don't think we can really move up or down. New York keeps winning and but we keep winning enough to hold on to that last seed. So it's just working on the lines that really work for us to end out the season and then just keep pushing to stay positive because we're gonna have to face a top team first round. So
we're a top team, dude. We're a top team. We're buzzing.
Absolutely.
We're happy. We got
And you guys are
Obviously,
buzzing. You are buzzing, but here's the thing: you guys are in the conference of Cinderella stories. You have the Cinderella story of New Jersey, Philadelphia. I mean,
good.
and you guys
Let
are
us
one of
be the
them.
next.
You guys are going to
Yeah.
be another one. So here's my question to you, and I've been asking this all week. What do you think is going to be what is going to be the end of the Cinderella story? Ideally, you guys want to win a cup,
The end.
right?
What do you mean
Right?
the end? There's
Listen,
no
I'm not
end.
mad
You
at
kidding
Diamond
me?
to talk this out.
There's
That's
no
something,
end.
right? But that's it's got to be second round minimum. Minimum.
Hey, I don't know what this guy's
Realistic.
talking about. I see no end.
Well,
How does the
okay,
story end? It's
okay, you know
Cinderella.
what,
She
Royal.
wins, right?
Yeah, we are.
She
No,
wins.
we're going for the cup.
All right, all right, all right.
So,
All right, Royal. Here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna hit you with it as straight as I can. So
Yep.
a lot of the big teams, the top teams, when I ask them this question, they don't want to give the answer because they don't want to make it seem like they're talking down another team. But let's ask it from the other way. You know, you're in that 7th spot. It looks like you're going to remain in that 7th spot, making up the 2 points tonight. There is obviously still a chance to move into that 6th spot ahead of Detroit, though that window is closing a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to be because, again, Buffalo and Tampa continue to remain very tight in that race for that first and second spot. Which team do you want? Do you want Buffalo
I want,
or do you want
personally?
Tampa in the
I'd
first
love
round?
to play Buffalo so I could get vengeance against JT for trading me in LG, man. He's suing me to the Erie Otters, and I'm here sitting outside the playoffs watching him take dots. I'm happy for him. Don't get me, dude. I'm Drakkar alumni now, but yeah, it's tough. So I'd love to play him and show him that it was a mistake for real. So that's who I want.
No, that's a great answer. I wasn't quite expecting that, but no, that's a great answer, and I think that would be a great series. I think.
Yeah.
That'd be a whole lot of fun
I
to
want
watch.
it.
Nice.
Oh man! Again, you know what? Like I said, there's a lot of Cinderella stories going on, and we're enjoying your guys' story, your guys' path to the cup, and we hope that you guys get far. Just like with everybody, we hope you guys win it, man. And I mean, everyone knows that I'm hoping for New Jersey to win it, but hey, man, every single one of you guys are good people. You guys are doing good things out there for the league. You guys are doing good things out there for the whole community as a whole. So keep going out there, keep buzzing, get some dubs,
Let's
and
go.
bring
Let
home
us
a
be
cup.
your second pick. Imagine the last seed in the playoffs comes in, makes some noise. That's a good story for the media. You know what I'm saying?
And then we'll have to write a full
go.
newspaper article that Harry himself will write. Ain't that right, Harry? Harry's gonna write a whole newspaper article.
There we go.
He's the only one doing it. Let's go. Absolutely. No, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. We're gonna bring in the boys from Edmonton. Iggy, take care, buddy. You've been
boys, keep doing your thing. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you guys.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, coming in now.
How do I leave? Do I hit the red?
Yeah, there you go. He hit the red button and he did. There it is. All right, hold on.
What's up, boys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear Ride Dog just waiting for Zerk to grab it there.
He was just in the party, so he should be joining.
Yeah. How did you guys do tonight, Ride Dog?
It was pretty tough. We split, but it was just a rough night with lag outs and stuff. But we ended up splitting. We lost the first game 3-0, and then I scored with 0.7 seconds left for only my third goal of the season. So that was nice.
Wow. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. So looking at that, Nashville dropped 2, so that puts you guys tied now with Nashville in that 5th spot. So definitely the opportunity there to leapfrog a spot. I'm assuming that's what the hope is at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely hoping to get up as high as we can. I know there's some struggles with Colorado and a couple teams like that, so it's opening up. Everybody's pretty tight. Coming down to the wire here.
Nice. Now, little backstory here. I've been trying to get this guy on because he promised me, he was going to join me a whole bunch of times this season, and it never seems to have worked out. There's always been something going on, but I don't care how it sounds. When I sat down for my interview with this guy, I absolutely went head over heels for this guy. Zerk, welcome, buddy. I'm glad to have you here.
What's going on, TJ? I know I finally showed, man, after a long messages by you getting me to come. I never came because I was always busy, but here I am now.
Here you are now. How's Edmonton treating you?
Oh man, it's good. The boys are doing good. We had a great run. We almost went 10-0, but yesterday didn't go too well. Tonight went okay, but we split. First game I heard didn't go too well, but we bounced back in the second game, which I'm always proud. So we're looking good going into the last couple games of the season and clinching that playoff spot because it is tough in the West. All the teams are deadlocked center. You know what I mean? They're 2, 4, 6 points off. You lose 2 games and you could be down 4 spots, so it's always you want to keep buzzing and keep going.
Exactly, doing what you can do to stay on top. For you guys now, like looking at, we're now into the last couple of nights of season 13 here. You guys know you're a lock in for the playoffs. It doesn't look like anybody's catching you now, especially picking up those next 2 points here tonight. What's going to be the primary focus for the boys and your line combinations going into round 1?
Well, me, Ride Dog, and Sweaty, we've had it pretty locked out for the last week or two of what we want to run. We've been running it the last, week or two. So we have our line set. I'm not gonna tell anybody, but they're definitely.
Oh, you'll tell me. We're close.
I can't. Is there how many people are on the stream? If there's below 10, I'll tell you one line.
No, let's not do that. Don't want to give anybody anything, dude. We want to see some great hockey. I'm looking forward to covering you guys in the first round. I think like the speed on this team, the way that what surprised me, if and see why I wanted to get you on before, was because I was a little bit surprised at the draft. I don't know if you remember when we were doing the interview and we were talking before the draft, and even like when we talked after the interview. One of the things that you had mentioned was wanting to not make the same mistake you had made a couple seasons past and go more defense in the draft, and you kind of went the opposite way. What happened there?
Well, like, do you mean like what do you mean? If you could ask that question in a different way.
Like, so you guys went instead of going after those big defensemen right off the bat, you waited till way later rounds to start going after defensemen and went mostly offense. Now, obviously, it's paid out because you guys are definitely, outscoring teams. But knowing how important the defense is in the playoffs, what changed that mentality walking into the draft that you guys went more offensive and less defense?
Well, we've always had a problem, with defense, but also with being able to score goals. You know what I mean? It comes down to, if you have, one, maybe 2 good players, they can't carry a team. You need at least, a good line, good 4 or 5 players. So we really needed to get some good forwards going so we could actually not be in a scenario where we get the good defensemen, but then we can't score goals. So maybe we thought getting good offense first would be beneficial, but I'm not sure if you've looked. We've pretty much traded everybody that we drafted.
Yeah,
we have a completely different team, which I'm happy with. We have a way better team than we did at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Especially with Mancy, Blackfire, Mojo. Those are huge
good.
pickups. Yeah. Nothing to say bad about those dudes. They're even better people. They don't ego. They always show up. So that's what's good about them, and I really enjoy.
That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic to hear. One more question for me, and Busta can kind of jump on this. But what I'm wondering now, like looking at the current schedule, obviously there is still a chance for Arizona, but right now, if it were to start tonight, it's Colorado. How do you feel going into a 7-game series with Colorado?
Well, they're still a great team, but they've definitely lost a lot of their firepower. So I would actually I'd be very happy going against them. Not, talk down on anybody, but with losing Mashal, Williams, Webby going, they don't have all those big guys anymore. So I feel like maybe that would be an advantage for us to succeed over other teams because they don't have the people they used to.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. I do have one thing though here. You should bring in my boy Obi. I know he's been wanting to get in.
What, Obi-Wan's?
Yeah, you should bring him in.
Oh, of course we're gonna bring Obi-Wan's in. We were just waiting. Always save this guy to the end because this guy is just non-stop fun.
Oh yeah,
he never stops. There he is. Obstructions. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. Just chilling.
just chilling, just hanging out.
Chilling.
He's playing Chow right now. Like he's not going to be very.
No, I'm not.
Oh man.
Any toxic activity lately, Obi?
Oh, there's always a little toxicity going on when it comes to me,
Yeah,
bro. It
Oh.
never really ends. It's just always there.
Yeah, that's a funny thing about like these competitive leagues. No matter
Yeah.
what league you're in, man, you cannot escape the toxicity. Like literally, my league chats and everything that I'm in is blown up every single day of the week. And within like a 5-minute span, I can at least find at least 2 or 3 different toxic things in that said chat. But yeah, man, just an absolute blast of a season that we're having here, and just watching your two teams, kind of perform to the level that they're performing, and it's just an absolute blast to watch. And again, like I've been saying to pretty much everybody, because this will be my last stream for the week until going into playoffs. I want to thank you guys for again heading up these teams and producing good hockey. And definitely giving us something to cover and definitely something for us to watch. And again, thank you again for stepping up and being those owners that we needed.
Yeah, of course. It's a good time, man. We enjoy it. We wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, no, totally agree with Obi. Definitely something fun to look forward to, and I don't know, it's something to do in your odd time when you got nothing else to do.
Right. And again, like it's just an absolute blast to watch you guys play. We didn't get to cover you guys tonight, but we'll start with you, Mr. Zerk, because I didn't get a chance to ask you anything yet. How are you feeling about your Edmonton team coming into the playoffs next week? Are you guys feeling confident? Are you guys a little nervous? What's the atmosphere in that locker room?
Well, I won't lie, it's pretty quiet in there, but they're all great people, and they have a lot of egos, so they don't really think of losing, they only think of winning, So I'm looking really forward to it. We have a lot of strong D, and that's what starts with any team. If you can nobody's gonna get past our people that we got back there, which I'm very, very happy in, and I think we should go deep. Hopefully we'll play Obi in the finals. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, Vancouver
Yeah,
Edmonton final. Could you imagine?
It's funny you're talking about the defense being your solid core and being the guys you're going to kind of lean on. Your guys' conference is led by the St. Louis Blues and their stellar defense and just an overall just amazing forward line. I asked the last team that was in here, I'll kind of ask you guys the same question. If it's you against St. Louis, what are you guys doing to prepare for that top seeded team?
Well, they definitely are a great team, and I know when we played them, we had a great first game. It was tight, everything was going, but we lost 4-3, and then the second game, we lost the first game, so everybody, wasn't too energetic in the second game. But I feel, if we have a strong 1 and 2 against them with our top line, we should be looking good. Our D, they know how to play in those games, so I'm looking forward to it. But they're also a great team, so it's gonna come down to who's better defensively and in net. And I know me and Fabry are 2 great goalies, and so it'll be a great series, if we get to that. And I know we should get to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just crazy to watch again that you guys play and stuff. And again, congratulations on the rest of your season. Like I said, this will be my last night of coverage till next week. But again, good luck to you guys, and I can't wait to see all of you guys, if any of you guys, in the playoffs next week.
Actually, Obi, sorry, Obi. Just really quickly, I wanted to ask because we never actually got into it. It should have been my first question for you. How did you guys do tonight?
We went 2-0 with 2 7-3 Ws against Philly.
Wow. Okay. So let's take a look at what that does to the standings here. So you guys leapfrog them then, because that puts you at 66.
We're in third place now.
3 points. We know that New Jersey went 1-1, right?
I believe so. I think
so. That puts them at 66. Oh boy! So you guys are now tied with Jersey, and Philadelphia falls into 5th. Wow! Like this is what we've been talking about, right? This last week, why we're trying to cover some of these games because it's going to be big and important. And I was actually thinking about holding off on Philadelphia and covering you guys.
We'd be ahead of Jersey.
No, the 2 point because you guys are at 62.
No, we're at 64.
Well, that's probably from old standings from what we were looking at.
Oh my God!
From their games tonight.
Yeah, that's right. My bad. Yeah, so with the updates, that's my bad. You're right.
Yeah, we need some real-time updates, man.
Hey, Jersey's also missing 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we did see that there was some games missing in
Well, see,
there.
I
and,
knew they lost. Yeah, so you guys are yeah. So,
We're at
but
68 points.
and then New Jersey split tonight too.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Right now, potential first round matchup: Rangers and Devils. How are you feeling about that, Obi?
I don't know. I feel pretty confident about playing anybody. Honestly, we unfortunately lost my homie Stomps. He's got a broken hand, so he's out. He's done for the season. Um, we picked up Cavalry the other day on waivers. He's done really well with us so far.
Yeah.
To fill that hole. So I think we got two solid lines going in right now. We're all trying to work and get the pucks in deep. We're trying to get them dump ins. Work on a little more play. Besides just doing a middle force.
Yeah.
Because we all know that's what I love.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because just taking a look at your skater sheet, you're the top skater on your team right now, sitting with 83 points on the season, with a plus minus of -11, which is actually pretty good. I mean, how do you get to that level of play? How do you get to that level of points? I mean, that's a very high number for you to be at, especially at the end of the season.
I mean, there's definitely been some games I feel like I've underperformed. Like, I don't know. I've had some 0-point games this season that I was very not happy with, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. I come out here to make playoffs, and once I'm there, it's a whole different ball game. So points really don't matter at the end of the day. All it does is get me an award.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you know what? It is true whether it's real hockey or video game hockey like this. When you're in competitive league, right? Once the regular season is over, a brand new season begins. And anybody can just get that momentum and kind of roll through. We've seen it happen before. Obviously, St. Louis is the beast. And we are going to be looking for somebody to slay the giant. It has to be somebody in the East, unless somebody in the West can do it first. It might be Edmonton.
Hey, I want to speak up about Edmonton's roster, though. In my
Let's
personal
go.
opinion, Edmonton has the best roster in the league. No question, no doubt. They have the best roster in the league, and I want everybody to be watching out for them because they are going to be dangerous. I don't care what spot they are in when they come into playoffs. They are going to be the scariest team in playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And how much did they pay you to say that?
They didn't pay me anything.
Jeez, stop telling
You
all our
look at
secrets.
you
I mean, they got
you
me
look
on
at their
their team.
roster and you can just know.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
I see. There's not one team in here where I could look at and be like, yeah, no, that's a scrub team. There's not a team
No.
in here that you can do that for.
No.
A lot of these teams are very well put together teams, and it's very good for the league for people to be at the skill level that they are, because we're not seeing blowouts every single night of the week. Every game is competitive. There may be people with worse records, but there's not a game you're going into where it's like, oh well, we're gonna win this. No worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see everyone getting their 2 cents and getting their shot.
100.
TJ, you need AGM in here now. He's here.
Oh, Cavalry's. Oh boy.
Oh God, no, don't bring him in here. He's gonna say something.
No,
stupid.
that dude's an NHLer. Keep him out.
No, he's gonna say something stupid, dude.
All right.
He was talking about our AGM, Sweaty.
Oh boy.
Sweaty, raise your hand.
Oh no, not Cavalry's.
Whatever.
Cavalry, how you doing, buddy?
No, don't say something stupid. Don't say something stupid, okay?
Be careful.
You'll get banned.
Yeah, don't say something stupid.
Be careful what you say. How was your night tonight, Cav?
Good, I sat back and watched the boys win.
Nice.
Take 2 dogs.
Nice. How are you feeling going into the playoffs? You ready?
Oh yeah, you're already know. Playoff ready, baby.
That's it. What's going to be the key for what do you think is going to be the key for you guys? Is it playing with Frisch?
I mean, I think Obi's line will carry us, but like my line with Frisch will I think seal the deal, once we need it.
Absolutely, love to hear that confidence, and I know again how much fun it is playing with Frisch. I blew Bust off the other night to go play with Frisch. That's always pretty good.
Wait, hold up. You guys want to hear this really crappy backstory to this? All right, so look,
I'm curious.
we're in the media Discord, right? And someone had mentioned, hey, let's play hockey. So I at TJ and I say, all right, TJ, let's gather, right? Because I just got home from work. Let's do it. So I go to gather. Harry shows up, and I'm sitting there like, all right, so I'm waiting for TJ. Waiting. TJ doesn't show up. All right, whatever. So I figured he's just not playing because he didn't even at me. He didn't even tell me that he was playing, right? So I'm like, all right, we played 2 games, and the third game we matched up with him and Frisch. I'm like, bro, if you were gonna blow me off, just tell me you're gonna blow me off. Don't let me match you in pubs and then say, oh yeah, my bad, I'm with Frisch. You've been with Frisch for like 3 hours, my guy. I show up and no, that ain't cool, man.
Yo,
I got off and cried after that game.
Yeah, but bro, we were getting dubs.
Yeah, we get some media beef.
Getting
going
dubs.
here, guys.
Yeah, from him, man. I don't know what it was.
And let me say it one more time so the people in the back can hear me. No truck.
Truck.
No truck.
Gold truck.
No
Gold
truck.
All hits.
Truck. Gold
All hits.
truck.
All hits. All day. No truck. Don't need it, baby. Don't
I
need
love
it.
truck. I love truck. But
Well,
no,
TJ,
no.
You,
But
TJ, you might have
you,
needed it for last night.
but you know what was funny? Me and
Frisch in the
TJ were
chat
playing
saying
together
TJ made
last
the right
night.
call. He's getting the wins.
You know, it's funny. Me and TJ played last night, and Cavries absolutely lit us up.
Yeah.
Lit us up. Oh my lordy! Like, man, I go and then I call him. He's an NHLer, and dude, I haven't heard the end of it. This dude at me.
I was there
Dude,
with
I'm not an NHL. Dude, I'm telling you, man, this dude lighting me up. I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I was with them, bro.
I know you were. You were in net. That's why we're like, oh, okay, we'll win this. He's in net.
Yeah. How'd that work out? No offense.
It did not work out.
Need goals.
It did not work out.
Need
we win?
goals.
Did we win or lose?
You guys won. You guys definitely won. Cavries lit us up, and then we left. No, but it was a good
Take
game.
my goddamn. Yeah. No. 6-2.
6-2.
Yeah, we're the same height, but I'm 220. He's 150.
He's a wet paper towel.
I'm Shrek. I'm Shrek with ice skates.
Yeah.
That's
You want to build a snowman?
You know what? No joke. No joke.
Now
I
we
was
got the
given the
musical.
build I was given by an NHLer. Like legit. That was a legit build that I got, and then now obviously I can't use it from that said league or whatever. But yeah, no, dude, I get so much hate for using that, and then I get told today that I can't even use it anymore. I'm like, oh, that's a shame because now I gotta swap it and put something else on, like Quick Pick or something like that.
Truculence is getting removed from LG, so
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know that's what
we've been
saying
talking
in
about
the other
that.
league.
Yeah.
same with Unstoppable Force. That's gone too.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, they might as well remove CQ too, because I mean, if we're pulling traits, that's like we've seen it. We've seen it.
Let's not do that.
Oh, for your 5'5" forward that needs to dunk it from like 2 centimeters away. All right, bet.
Yep. Look, you know what? Like, guys, I don't know. You tell me if I'm wrong. I gave my opinion earlier. I don't know if you heard me saying it in the chat. I know some of you guys were playing, but I'm gonna put it this way.
right.
You know, here in the 6HL, you know, we had the conversation with Clint when we had him on. Clint has said that, you know, there's no plan on the 6HL removing any traits, right? It's a video game. If you're going to play it as a video game, leave all the traits in place. But if you are going to take the step to start removing traits, remove them all. Only boosts. Don't pick and choose. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of all those superstar abilities and only allow them to use boosts. No traits. What do you think?
I mean, I can see it, but at the same time, personally, I don't completely agree with it. Just because it was specifically esports that removed the traits in the first place.
Yeah.
Because of the how overpowered they actually are.
Yeah.
Like with the fact that so Gold Unstoppable Force, you can't get bumped.
Yeah.
For one. When somebody pokes the puck, it's like you just can't lose it. It's impossible to lose the puck. unless you have like 4 guys on you. And
Yeah.
at that point, what's the deal?
Yeah, exactly.
And the only thing that can deal with Gold Unstoppable is Gold Truculence. And the thing about Gold Truculence is
It just sucks you in.
it sucks you in. It saps all your energy. You can have full energy. Get hit once, you have none. You're in gray. You have no energy, so your other traits can't work.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it gets rid of, it negates penalties.
Yeah.
When you hit certain people.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Like it's
absolutely.
And that's the only reason I would say like Gold Truculence needs to be gone more than anything else.
So here's my deal with truculence. As somebody that uses it quite often, I'm the type of person that I seldomly actually use the truculence perk because I play more of a defensive build. However, if you come to the net, I'm gonna stop you at that net. I'm gonna hit you with that truck. I don't go for a lot of the pinch hits that you see a lot of the truculence players that usually use this perk do, where they pinch a lot or they hit you guys like along the boards and stuff like that. I think it's all a matter in how you play and use the truculence. If you over abuse the truculence, I could see why there's an issue. But I think if you're more like cautious with it and you're more selective with your hits, I don't think it creates a problem. But the problem becomes when let's be real here. When you have, and there's no offense to anyone, when you have a really small forward that has like a 95 speed, 96 speed, and you come crashing down the boards or crashing down the line, and I beeline to you with my 90 speed, and I take you off that puck, and you're no longer like, you don't have your speed, you can't use your 1T, you can't use anything because I sat you down, right? But I have all my perks. And that's where the problem becomes, because if you take truculence out, right? I mean, yeah, I can switch to another perk and do like quick pick or something like that. No big deal, right? But again, like truculence is a very impactful trait because it doesn't only just stop you, it stops the play, and it stops the play for an extended period amount of time. Yeah. So again, if you're not over abusing the perk truculence and you actually use it how it's intended to be used, where it's like a seldom hit, just to kind of knock you guys off a play, or like when the game first came out, you used to be able to do an extended release check from the back with truculence, and it would lock you into a pole, and use it that way. But again, it's all in how you use it. Now people have over abused it, and this is where we're seeing the pushback for truculence is, oh, well, people use it too much. Yeah, because how many times have you dropped into a pub game and people are running enforcer builds, 7-foot tall builds that only have truculence and go for the big hits and injure you, and it gets obnoxious because you're down and you're injured and you can't get your perks and you can't use your close quarters, you can't use your 1T because a truculence player sat you down. Yeah. But again, like I keep referring to, if you and you can't limit the amount of truculence because you can't limit a perk. So the only other option is, like was done in the other league, is to eliminate the perk altogether. Yeah. But again, I think the reason that people find it obnoxious is because of the repetitive use and the overuse of the truculence perk.
Yeah, but if you got it, why aren't you going to use it? Right? Like if you got the 1T, you're not going to try and snap those 1Ts, sit in that OV spot and, pick up a 1Ts all day. Of course you are, right? So, like, of course you're going to use the perk, right? Some guys are going to use it a little less, play a little more of that laid back style. Like I said, I'm not saying remove the traits. That's not at all the argument that I'm making. I'm just saying if you're going to go the route of removing one, then remove them all. Or at the very least, remove all the gold. You can only use silver, right? Something. There has to be something there. Like, to say that, okay, these 3 aren't good, but close quarters is okay. Beauty backhand is okay. Like, beauty backhand is another one that I don't think we talk about enough. That is fucking OP too.
That trait is way better than close quarters, I think.
Yeah.
It's my favorite trait. Everybody knows it.
I think personally that CQ is just OP. I think that's the most OP perk this year. I think that
Big Tipper's the most OP this year.
I'm just saying like the last 2 games that we just watched, we just watched CQ activate so many times, like in game 1 with LA, and it activated like at least 5 times in putting it in the net. And it was just an absolute CQ show, because and then on the flip coin of that, when LA would score, the goals that scored were CQ. Now, here's the deal. Nobody in here, I don't think, so correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anyone in here plays goalie in the prospective league, right? Okay, so they, like when you are playing goalie, and if we have a goalie around that would like to drop in the chat, come stop by. But when you are a goalie and you're sitting in that net, that CQ is so obnoxious. As a guy that plays goalie for fill-ins and stuff like that, like it's obnoxious. The CQ is absolutely ridiculous, and so is Big Tipper.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I play quite a bit of goalie actually. Like I may not play it in league, but I play a lot of goalie. I have at least 150 games on goalie so far this year, and I've played like I don't know 400 skaters. So I don't know but personally, Big Tipper is the worst trait to play against as a goalie. I've literally Snow's here too. I bet you he'll agree with me. Like Big Tipper, fuck you, Snow. What's the worst trait? What's the worst trait? Tell me.
Whoa.
The worst trait?
I'm still here. I will give you my goalie opinion.
Yeah.
What
all
is
right,
it?
let's hear it.
Well, Big Tipper definitely is really annoying, but I've got to build down where it doesn't really affect me anymore. Close quarters is the worst. I can agree with Busta. Every goal that goes in against me, especially short side, and I'm right there, close quarters, and it's like, what? What else can I do? It's good.
You gotta challenge the shot harder.
No, like I'm legit.
No, that's what you have to
I'm
do.
right in his
Get
lap.
in the right position.
I'm not joking. Like that's actually what you have to do. You have to challenge
Unreal.
the shooter harder.
Yeah.
Because
You're deep in your net, expecting to make the save. He has all the top shelf.
But then I do that, uses close quarters and shoots far side, and it still activates because it's just so overpowered.
Yeah.
Especially when they're that close. That's me personally. Big Tipper.
I mean, your defense needs to be doing something for you there. That's not on you. That's on the defense.
Here it goes.
Shots
Here it
fired.
goes.
Shots fired.
Oh boy.
Maybe it only activates when Ride Dog plays. Maybe.
I'm just being honest, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But see, no.
People complain about close quarters, but it's not the issue. The issue is that it's a skill difference.
So the
It's a skill
question
difference.
coming from the stream from Frisch is, why is your defense not using their goal truculence then?
Exactly. There you go. Where's the goal truculence? What's going on here?
I think, again, and like we kind of reiterated, and we got Snow in here as well, but I just want to kind of reiterate kind of what we were talking about is that, again, I think it's the use of truculence that's the problem. I think if people more were and I don't want to use the word smart enough, but it used it in a different way and weren't using it to over abuse it, I think there wouldn't be an issue with said perk. But because of how leagues are set up, right? The NHL awards fast players, fast forwards, right? And then you figure like my guy, for example, is 6 foot 220, right? And then you figure TJ's guy is what I forgot what he is. I think he's like 6 foot 155 or something like that. Smaller build, a little bit faster. You guys can, if we're not careful, you guys can burn us. So what do we have to either do? So either one, we play more like solid hockey and stay down like where we're needed, or we allow the perks that we're supposed to be given, like quick pick and truculence and stuff like that. But personally, when I've used quick pick, it doesn't work how it's supposed to, and time again, I find perks not activate when I need them to. So again, the one perk that does activate every single time that I hit that right stick is truculence. And again, it's all in the use of it, because I'm sure if you guys weren't getting spammed with truculence and absolutely losing your stamina every single time, there wouldn't be a problem with it. But that's where the problem comes, because truculence, it can impact an entire game, an entire period.
I think the problem that comes with truculence is it's just the penalty being negated. Like, if I get charged with truculence and I get injured from it, that should be a 5-minute major. Like, I'm sorry, there should be no reason that I am on the ice and they get to skate down to the other end of the ice while I'm injured and go and score a goal. Like, it makes no sense. Like, that should be a penalty. And there's so many obvious chargings or interference calls that should be made when it comes to gold truck, and it just doesn't happen. And that's the issue with it.
Yeah.
Let's see, at the same token too, I've seen plenty of times even people that don't use gold truck are having an issue where, like, me and TJ have called games with guys that don't have gold truck that are plenty calls that should have been interference or should have been boardings, but they don't get called. So again, it's just a thing that needs to be fixed in general as a whole. kind of like we were touching on earlier, EA makes a great product in NHL, right?
Yeah.
But however, there are some things that just don't work well. And truculence could be one of them that could be revisited. The gameplay can have just a better tracking system of penalties, but at the same token too, I think it does kind of play to real life too, because the referees don't make every call, right?
Yeah.
And referees do make wrong calls. So again, like it kind of adds to it. You can't make the perfect game that calls every single call, because then we would sit here and have 3-hour long games. There wouldn't be, like, how many times without truculence have you maybe caused a tripping penalty? Well, tripping is a little excessive because that's a very easy one to call.
Yeah.
But like an interference where you bumped into somebody and you did, right? But you didn't get called. How many times did that happen?
Yeah.
With truculence, it's very exaggerated. If I hit you, you're going down. I'm getting the interference call. Like if you fall and you didn't touch the puck, I'm getting the call. Now it gives you, I want to say, like when I use it, if you get the puck off, I have about a half a second delay of me being able to hit you and get away with it. And you have to be in the right position for me to hit you. If you're up against the board, it's not going to matter. I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to get a boarding penalty. I'm being sent out for 5. Right. But again, as a defenseman, I know better. When I'm charging at you full speed, right? Like let's say you're back behind the net and I turn around and I come back and I'm charging at you and I have some good speed. I pull back on the left stick, which negates the charge.
Yeah.
Right. Because you've stopped your forward skate, but I still have my momentum. Right. But if you stop your forward skate, then go back into it, you don't get called with the charge. Right. You might get called for an interference, but you're not going to get a 5-minute major for charging because you pulled back on the stick.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of how you use it, man. And again, we can debate this to the end of time.
Yeah.
Right. But again, what it comes down to is where we're going to sit, what the league is going to allow, and from what we've heard so far, Clint has said that the perks aren't going to be touched in this particular league, and we're kind of going to just leave it as it is because it is a video game, and
which
I mean, hey, it is what it is, and it kind of happens. But again, opinions are appreciated from everybody in the league.
Yeah. Agreed. Want to thank you all very much for joining us, guys. This has been an absolute blast. Obstructions, Cavalries, Rye Dog, Snow. We had Zerk in here. We had McPoyle in here. We had Oh My Lettuce and Shem in here. Quite the busy night we had lining up here for us, Busta.
Yeah, we definitely did, and we got really off topic talking about the banned perks. But I honestly, I think that's going to be a talk that we're going to have for a couple of weeks going on to the next season. This topic is going to keep being brought up. But hey, you know what? It's all in good fun, and it's always good to get out here and have a civil conversation about what's being done across the Chell community. So,
well, I think that's the most important thing, right? I think that's one of the most important things is being able to have those open conversations and have the discussions and in the public forum where, you know what I mean? The different ideas can be put out there. Like we see that, like, some guys do feel strongly about it. Other guys, not so much. And then others are kind of like, wherever it lands, so it'll be. But like, it is good to be having the conversations. And I think the conversations are definitely going to continue as soon as, especially as we roll into the summer season.
Yeah, I definitely think so as well. And like I said, it's a great conversation to be had. It's a great conversation to discuss, as long as it doesn't obviously get out of hand. But we've had a good discussion tonight about it. We've had a discussion before about it, and I know this ain't going to be the last time we talk about it.
Absolutely.
The thing is that, again, you got to remember that perks were put in the game, and the kind of something I brought up to TJ earlier. The real life players that play in the league, they are the reason that there's X factors, right? Same thing with Madden. It's the same thing, right? These players are phenomenal players that are very good in a very specific thing, and they get the credit for it, right? Where would we be without an OV1T, right? I mean, that is just an absolute beautiful shot, absolute beautiful play by OV. But could you imagine if 1T wasn't a thing, right? Everyone would be begging for it. 1T, where's 1T? I need 1T, right? Because if he can do it, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got people like Ryan Reeves. Ryan Reeves puts on big old hits, right? Truculence, right? But, however, Ryan Reeves goes to the box a lot.
Exactly.
So you got to kind of balance it out. And again, I think EA is doing a good job with putting out, putting out a good game, putting out good perks. Again, not every perk is going to be perfect. Obviously, there's going to be problems with them, whether they be OP or just super nerfed. I mean, but it's all in the game, man. It's all in how we play it. So it's not the perk
Skill
that makes
matters.
the player. It's not the perk that makes the player. It's the player that makes the player. So
exactly, it's a skill. It's definitely this is a skill
I
game.
mean, well, what I want them to do is I don't know. You guys have probably played NHL 14. I would hope so anyway.
Yep.
I want them to go back to the way NHL 14 was and
rough.
make it so you build your player.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying earlier. 100%, I fully agree. I could not agree more.
Like, of course, there was an extent in 14 where it was excessive. You could jack it up to have like 99 everything. They need to like dull it down and make it so if you make your guy all offensive, like he has crazy shooting or geeking, skating, yada yada yada, there's obviously going to be things that you can't add to it. So like you can't be fast and huge to go for hits all the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's like I said, and I'll say until the end of me doing media, man. It is forever going to be it's going to be a skill game, regardless of perks, regardless of attribute boost, regardless. I mean, yeah, that the perks do help, but again, like it all depends on the skater, right? Because I could have all the greatest perks in the world, and have the greatest build, and still suck.
Yep.
So I mean, it's all going to depend on how you use the perk, how you use the skill, and who you go up against that uses said perk or said skill. Again, like I touched on before, truculence is it's an easy example to show you of the way you use it, right? If you over abuse it, people that are small forwards that play really fast builds are not going to like you, right? A lot of the forwards aren't going to like you because what is truculence designed to do? It's designed to zap you of all your abilities and all of your stamina. That's it. And I make a big hit and you can get injured from it. You could lay there on the ground for like a couple minutes, completely takes you out of the play. Like it's designed to keep you down, right? Well, I mean, where's the trade-off? It's either you get rid of the perk or every time I use truculence, you ban me for like the period or whatever. Like in real, when they make big hits, what do they do in real life? They send you to the box.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put me in the box every time truculence activates?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what, buddy? I'm gonna end this one on a great note. So, maybe a little toxicity coming out of me here. It's actually funny because when you were bringing up, your when you were describing earlier, using the truculence and that, that guy coming down the right boards at you and full speed. Like, yeah, if you're gonna come straight at me, I'm gonna hit you every time with that truculence. And I really wish. You know what? I may actually end up like getting one and saving it so we can use it at times like this. I want to get that Sergio GIF and put that up every time we have a conversation about that because I love doing it to that guy. And if he's watching, Sergio, I love you. But yeah, keep running in a straight line towards me. What could happen? What could happen? Nothing could happen, right? Gonna get you. Gonna get you every fucking time.
Did I straight line you guys last night? Did I straight line you guys last night? Because I don't remember.
No,
you were doing a good job of keeping it open, and that's the thing. Like with truculence, like when if you haven't already known the secret to defeating truculence, is pretty easy. Just make moves, right? Because once truculence locks, it locks.
Yeah.
So if you just move, you ain't got to worry about me anymore. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm out of the play. If you move around me, you move the stick a little bit, it gets me out of the way. And that's a big thing with truculence that kind of sucks. But that's why I tend not to use it unless you try to contest me at the net. If you contest me at the net, we're going. It's fair game.
We're dropping gloves.
If you want, go ahead.
Let's go.
My fighting skills all the way down too, but we can do it if you want.
Frisch in the chat say #1 tip against truculence: don't freaking skate towards them. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you just put yourself in the line, like every time.
You're asking for death.
Yeah.
If you see truculence, as long as you do a couple deeks and get them out of the way, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Especially with danglers and snipers. Like, dude, if you're a sniper, no truculence player is sitting there at the point waiting for you. I'm telling you that.
No.
And if he is, he's out of position.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna get beat.
Yep.
Right on, boys. Well, thank you very much once again. I'm going to try and wrap it up this time properly. Oh, wait, Cavry has something to say. What you got, Cavry?
I said no problem.
Oh, okay.
But if you guys down to play right now, I am too. I'm just sitting here, so.
Oh shit. Maybe.
Oh, he's not gonna light me up. Okay.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Frisch
I don't
wants
know.
to get in on it with us too.
I was gonna say if first
Oh,
don't come,
shit.
TJ's not gonna play. I bet.
Right
Well,
on.
we'll play Obi. Oh, hey, here's our front five. We need a goalie. Hey, tough guy, where you at? Come play with us.
Oh, there we go. That would be.
Or Snow. Snow just came back. Snow worked too.
Snowda could definitely get in here with us.
Yo, Harry's a fucking good goalie, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Harry's a
Harry
bad
is
goalie.
actually a good goalie.
Are we getting Harry in then?
Let's go.
Harry, you wanna play? You wanna play, dude?
You wanna rip some chow, bud? You wanna go get hit in the 5-0, bud?
Harry
go.
wants to be top G, dude.
Let's
Wants
go.
to go
Rip,
bar down?
let's
Yeah,
go rip
and
some
be-
Chellies, boys.
Oh
know.
shit, let's
Wheel
do it.
snipes
Let's
and
do it.
Sellies, boys. Right on. This has been an
You
absolute
know we have a
blast.
party, so I'll let you guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
Right on. This has been an absolute blast, guys. Thank you very much. It's been great having you all in. Once again, Busta, always fun having you here. And next week is playoffs, buddy.
Yeah, I am super excited to cover next week with you guys. Again, tomorrow. Hey, if you guys aren't busy, come check me out for my NHL debut on the 6HL over there in LA. But again, I can't wait to see you guys next week. Good luck to every team out there on the playoffs contention, and I will see you guys next week.
Yes.
See ya.
Yes, I am your host, TJ Chalkboard, coming to you live as always from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, on behalf of myself, the 6HL media team, Busted Dimes. Oh my God, it's Harry. I know I saw Clint in here somewhere. All of us from the 6HL, we want to thank you guys so much for watching and staying with us up until almost 12:30. This has been a long one. We love you all very much, and we'll see you next time.
Want more 6HL? Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. As well, you can join us every time we go live for one of our streams on the official 6HL Twitch channel.